You're going live. Yeah. Hello, citizens of the internet. Yes, I know I'm
Hello
tone
there.
deaf. You don't have to tell me.
We've been new. Anyone who saw your breathtaking karaoke stream that sadly got taken down.
Yeah. Not that there's a second karaoke stream with which to embarrass myself or anything. Not that was the first stream I ever did or anything.
Really?
Yeah.
Hello,
Yeah.
everyone. This is just signing in again, and welcome to my channel and my
Go
content.
fuck
With me
yourself,
today
you son
is
of a
Manny.
bitch.
Manny, if you keep acting like this, I'm gonna have to ask you to leave the stream.
You evil whore.
Can I do the honors this time?
Yes. But yeah, to finish
Do
what I
what?
was as I was saying, I did a karaoke song because I agreed with Gemma that if she would do a Bulbasaur impression during a stream, that I would sing karaoke for a specific song.
What song specifically?
The Titanic song.
I hate you.
Yeah, that makes two of us. Trust me, you cannot. I cannot stress, you cannot hate me more than I hate myself, sir. Hello, Mike.
You don't know me then.
What are we glugging? Oh, that's what you're gonna find out, my friend.
Why don't you ask your mom? Oh,
Oh,
because she goes to the same smoothie shop that we go to. What did you think I meant?
Because she's into scuba diving.
Glug
That's
gang.
just-
yeah. That ain't right.
That boy ain't right.
I tell you what.
Oh, you what?
Did you see the meme I put? I don't remember if it was yesterday or the day before, the Yu-Gi-Oh and Hank Hill meme.
Oh yeah. Like yesterday when you posted like 3 memes that I posted 2 weeks ago.
I can't keep. Oh please! Like you've never repeated the cute doggo pics and animal pics that I find in Shrine of Paco.
You losers are so far behind me when it comes to animal stuff. Okay.
In my defense, it's kind of hard to keep track of what I post here in the server.
Exactly, Manny. Like we all have repeated once in a while, so shut the fuck up.
Hey,
And I don't post anything
Don't
because
swear.
all of you.
This is a Christian stream.
All of you, go fuck yourselves, because I'm cooler than all of you combined. Except you, Raptor. You're a hero. Hello, Kay.
Yay.
How are you doing? I hope this stream will improve your day. Because glug!
Glug life.
Yeah.
I would also like to point out that Raptor, if you since you dodged a question I asked earlier, Raptor is not cool. He is in fact a snitch.
Alright, but yeah, everyone, please give thanks to Raptor for the story that I found to read was posted 5 days ago, but deleted 2 days ago, but he found it on the archive.
And then when I promptly asked him if he worked for the government, he dodged my question.
Yes, he did.
He said specifically he said, like, I'm just doing my job.
Which, frankly, is a very sus answer.
You're a sus answer.
I hate that you actually said that. But,
look, we've been playing Among Us, okay?
I was very upset that the story was gone. I had some other one that sounded almost as dumb picked out to read. But, oh, Raptor is the shining Raptor Jesus.
I am.
Was deleted. That's a good sign. Not even just deleted by the original poster.
Yeah.
So keep this in mind, everyone. This person was embarrassed.
And if they ever see this video, they're gonna be embarrassed even more.
I would just say before we start, can I be the glug noise?
Yeah, sure. Frustrated, to be honest. They won't let Sarah come home early. I don't know who they are, but fuck them. Yeah, Mike says, work for? Raptor is the government.
Eat the
I
raptor.
am the Senate.
Okay, yeah, Cricket, if you're listening and just haven't said hello yet, I'd like to commission a picture of Raptor Palpatine.
My daughter is a Mary Sue. How dare you, Najee? I'll have you know that she's his granddaughter. Oh, my mistake.
I named her Mary Sue, but some jackass in the desert decided to call her Ray.
Jackass. And then she what the fuck? I don't know why his Chrono Trigger music started playing in my ears, thank you. By the way, go play Core Keeper, it's fun.
Okay, yeah, and Core Keeper, if you're listening, maybe a sponsorship deal here. Yeah.
That would be so, I'm having a lot of fun. Because the way that it was at, I didn't expect to see that. Thank you, Third. Alright, man's gotta don't ask what I'm looking at.
I won't.
I'm talking to Third of Clubs.
Anakin, one day our grandkids will make out in front of my corpse. Oh, God.
Man, what the fuck are you talking about?
Sarah's
I
horrible
love-
manager.
We
I
don't
love-
need to know, Raptor. I think we'll lead more content lives if the less we know about the rest of the current Star Wars franchise. Oh Jesus, Kay. Okay, tell us how you really feel.
Yeah, Sarah's whore of a manager. She sent Sarah home yesterday and said, sorry for your loss, see you tomorrow. What a cunt.
Yeah, bitch. And again, we're sorry to hear about your friend.
Yes. Quite
We are
sorry.
very sorry.
But, I've still not heard from, Kobe or Gemma, so we'll get started, and if they want to, jump in, then I will send them the link. I'm on my Richard Nixon vibes, but without the bigotry. Hello, apostrophe music. Very, very interesting, introduction there.
So you're saying you're a tricky dick?
And how did so many people not know that was his nickname?
I actually saw campaign buttons that claim to have been real Richard Nixon campaign buttons, but oh shit, I should have posted them in EMB Machine, and it was like or maybe it was against Richard and it was like lick the dick.
So, look, I
I'm like,
don't know.
that's not real.
Tricky Dick, no, that's too few syllables. I prefer treacherous penis. It sounds fancy that way. It sounds like something straight from academia. Like, literally.
Pretentious bitch.
So, about this story.
Manny.
Yes, hold on. I don't think Gemma's going to be joining us. Her stomach has been acting up.
Feel better,
You're
Gemma.
You're gonna let a
Welcome,
little
Gemma.
thing like pain stop you from hanging out with your internet friends? We've known each other for so long, Gemma. I've known you longer than I've known Jacob when I lived on your walls. Wait, I wasn't supposed to say that out loud.
Well, that's,
Yeah, you heard me. Yeah.
Yes, I did. Alright, so...
What is happening
Wait,
with you right now?
Raptor, did
Yeah?
you notice what the archive said about this?
What?
It had been posted 3 minutes ago. Someone saw this and was like, in under 3 minutes, was like, oh yeah, I'm saving this to the archive.
This is a part of internet history. I just know it.
Someone read it and was like, "Oh yeah, the poster's gonna take this down."
Untrustworthy sex work. Thank you, Mike. Alright, so our first story for the evening is on r/no-sleep, and it is called Glug Glug Glug. I am not making this up. Raptor, while you're doing glug glug glug, I'm going to do the voice of the protagonist, if you want to call him that.
Okie.
Is it?
Ever since I was a kid, I've been claustrophobic. Nightmares of being stuck in small spaces, double-checking the lock on the door to make sure I don't get stuck in a room, avoiding places without windows at all costs. Apparently that's a sentence. One day, I was staying at an Airbnb, oh my god, in a very quaint location on the edge of the city.
What's wrong with Airbnb?
Just the fact that it's like, I was staying here, okay. Just
Good for you.
Yeah. It was quite small.
Teenage writer who clearly could not afford an Airbnb on their own yet.
Yeah. Because I don't have the most stable job, but it'd do the trick for the few nights I'd be staying. I think the most odd part about that house was the bathroom. It's next to the hallway. No! There's a room in the hallway?
Connects to the bathroom. My god.
How horrible.
But it's sort of like a closet itself. I thought it was a bit weird how it was placed, but I wasn't too surprised. Okay, you thought it was weird, but you weren't surprised. Pick one.
Look, it feels like, okay, this is one of those issues that I kind of have with some writers, and it's something that I fall into and I try to break out of. It's people who want to essentially, I think, fill in the gaps when it comes to writing paragraphs, and they add unnecessary details that I think they consider them like flourishes to what they're saying, but it doesn't really add anything. Like, that's just a pointless statement, and if you took it out, what would really be taken out of what you're describing?
Yeah. Oh, and I agree, and I should put the picture on the screen.
Oh, there's a picture?
Yeah. I mean, not for the story, it's just one I decide to...
I was about to say, like, there's like a man with a hand sticking out of a toilet.
That's upsetting, Manny. Why would you post
that house? Yeah,
Manny, what'd you Google to find that?
Overflowing toilet.
It's gross.
I can't see it.
I can't see it either.
Give it a sec. Jeez. But
tell me what to do.
Here we go.
Ew!
Peeing in a closet-sized bathroom would be easy.
Oh no. Oh my.
Kay says, a bathroom next to the hallway. What hack architect designed this house?
Yeah, I already read that. I already read that, Kenzie.
It's fun. It sounds like the way that like they're pointing it out as like, yeah, it's weird, but at the same time, it's like it almost like feels like they're trying to say it like like in 1408 in the book, where it's like describing the door frames as like they're oddly peculiar because both sides are equally crooked and it doesn't make sense. Like, and like that's ominous, but like the bathroom was connected to the hallway. It's like, okay,
yeah. If the door frame is equally crooked on both sides, then it sounds like that's how it was meant to be designed. Like it was
no, but I don't think I described it right. It's like they were crooked in a way that like isn't possible.
Gotcha.
Mike, why would you do that?
Just have an open concept bathroom like normal people. Yeah. See, now I'm thinking of that South Park episode. See, what we're gonna do with the bathroom is make it into an open concept. What Finn said about padding paragraphs to make them longer somehow reminded me that the longest piece of literature ever is a Super Smash Brothers fanfiction. Good God. To be fair, I have Googled cursed toilet images more than once for the Cursed Museum.
Set up right now, actually.
Why would you do that?
I'm curious. I'm gonna look up the longest book in recorded history.
Maybe we'll start reading that Smash Brothers fanfiction sometime.
No.
How about you go fuck yourself?
I think the most odd part of... Oh, wait.
Oh my god.
Are we doing 3 paragraphs?
Yeah, that's 3 paragraphs. So one of you take the next 3.
As soon as I shut the door on myself.
Or no, I walked into.
What?
You
Oh,
skipped the
yeah.
paragraph.
Sorry. I walked into the bathroom and closed the door behind me. I wasn't sure why. I guess it was out of habit. There was. Most people do close the bathroom door
I mean,
after.
that's an act of courtesy too, especially when you're living with another person.
I sure feel sorry for any potential roommates you have.
Wait, guys, you are not going to believe what the next sentence says.
Oh.
There was a toilet and a sink. That was it.
In the bathroom? No.
No. No way. That can't be true.
That is literally my downstairs bathroom in my house.
Like, what a poor loser, can't even afford a bidet.
He does. This poor Maglion can't even afford soap.
Can't even you actually wipe your own ass. How poor. This reminded me
Okay.
of fucking like granddad from the Boona. Nigga, did you just ask me to wipe your ass?
I now have a theory about this story that I will reveal at the end.
I assumed there was a shower somewhere in the place, but for some reason there wasn't one here.
That's not unusual for a bathroom.
I guess it's saying, unless this is the only bathroom in the house.
So it's a toilet and a sink, but no tub. Is that what he's saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think this guy's just an idiot.
Maybe there's just an outdoor shower. Maybe he's by the beach.
Could be.
So an Airbnb is like a hotel, isn't it? I don't know.
It's basically anyone who wants to set up as like a hotel or a hostel, like a place to stay.
It's like a bed and breakfast kind of thing.
Wait. So how did he? Wait. So you're claustrophobic. How did you get to where you? Like, why would you go to a place where like it's distinctly claustrophobic then?
Yeah. Why would you shut the door?
Yeah, you said you don't shut the door without checking the locks first.
Like, part of having a phobia is like going through all these steps.
Yeah.
Now I think about it, wouldn't it make more sense if he always kept the door open, even if it doesn't make not logical because of his phobia?
Well, yeah, like I have heard of some people with claustrophobia saying they're okay as long as they know like the door won't lock on them. Like, so him saying like I check the locks normally, that makes sense, but it's like, okay, you said you just shut the door, you didn't, like Kenzie was saying, like you didn't go through your whole thing of checking the locks, rechecking them to make sure you weren't going to get stuck in there.
Yeah, but it's like, oh, I guess it's out of habit. That wouldn't be a thing if you're in someplace new.
Yeah, your habit is to repeatedly check the lock.
Yeah, like I get you have habits when you're in like a place of comfort, like your own home, but that wouldn't apply if you're at someplace new, interrupting your daily routine.
I make sure to wipe my ass after I'm done shitting. It's something of a habit of mine.
I should hope so.
Thank you, Vince.
All right.
I can't help it. It's just a habit. Don't look down on me for it.
Okay.
Oh wait, you guys are gonna hate me for this one, but Vince, I just hope you're not breaking the habit tonight.
Oh, like a bottle cap in my hand from a glass bottle, and I'm just imagining like cutting you with it.
That's fair.
What a specific threat.
All right, let's continue.
There was a toilet and a sink. That was it. I assumed there. There wasn't one here. As soon as I shut the door on myself, I realized how small the bathroom really was. I couldn't tell, apparently, as I was going from the hallway.
He already said it was the size of a closet.
So is an Airbnb. So he has his own apartment. It's like his own apartment or something, right?
No.
Or is it like
It would be like you're staying in the room of someone's house.
Oh, so there might be someone there. That's not why he's not keeping the door open.
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
Depending on like what kind of Airbnb you have, sometimes the owner does live on site. Usually they don't.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm not familiar with it, so I'm just imagining is it like a small little apartment complex and
Airbnb is just houses basically listed as like a bread and breakfast for you to stay.
I see. Okay, I'm sorry.
Literally pee pee poo poo street. Oh, and Mike says, so how do blind people know when to stop wiping? That's honestly a very good question.
I'm upset that actually caught me off guard, and I'm actually thinking about it seriously.
I know, me too. Mike, why do you have to ask such a very good question that's fucking cursed?
Maybe it's like, maybe, I don't know, the other senses are strong, so like, I feel no texture on my fingers now.
Okay, so did you guys ever watch Parks and Recreation?
No.
I've seen a little bit of it. I still need to watch the full thing.
There's an episode where they take Andy to the hospital, and when the doctor says, "Is there anything else wrong?" and he just like lists all of these things. In the outtakes, like Chris Pratt just keeps going and going. He's like, "Sometimes when I wipe my butt, I keep wiping and poop, still poop. It's like I'm wiping a marker."
I don't know why it took me as like a full second, like, oh, I get it.
What?
Is it a black
God,
marker? Because then that's, I think you need to go to the hospital.
Yeah.
Things I never thought I'd hear Chris Pratt say.
Yeah, the doctor's like, well, I can write you a prescription for the pain in your leg, but I'm gonna have to refer you to a specialist for the other 1,000 things. It's like sometimes my knees squeak when I bend them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's too real.
No, he was there for an eye test because like they're having him do the eye exam, and he's like E7Q. Then the rest is just a bunch of scribbles. Oh my God! You drove us here.
One of the things he talks about, like, I went to the doctor and like he checked in my prostate, and then he took his glove off, and then he said the doctor will be here any minute. It kind of fucked me up.
Honestly, the one time my dad had to get an exam done, and he said to the doctor, "Oh, so you've done this a few times before?" He goes, "Oh no, I'm not a doctor, but I did stay at a Holiday Inn Express last night."
There's a doctor that got beaten up because he tried to joke about that, and they're like, I'm not fucking playing, dog.
Yeah.
You think it's fucking cute? Oh, by the way, real quick, the longest novel in recorded history was In Search of Time Lost, and it was 4,215 pages.
Damn.
Jesus Christ.
Looks interesting. We should read it for the channel. All 400, excuse me. It has a word count of 1,267,069.
It took us 4 months to finish Empress Teresa.
Well, this looks like an actually good book, though.
Oh. Then maybe
it looks like a good book, I don't know. But back to the pee-pee poo-poo story.
Yeah.
The caca story. The caca monologues.
As soon as I shut the door on myself, I realized how small the bathroom really was, and I was brought back to the nightmare I had as a kid. I only had a few feet of space to move around in between the toilet and sink, and of course, there were no windows. Didn't he? Yeah, just 2 paragraphs ago, peeing in a closet-sized bathroom would be easy. You either are claustrophobic or you're not.
Yeah, and also...
So, did you close the door to pee?
Yeah. He said he closed the door. And that he's like, I guess it was a habit, but then he was like, I closed the door. The nightmares came back.
Also, like, he said nightmare, like, oh, God, he said singular. I'm about to say.
Yeah. And also, you had a few feet between the toilet and the sink. You said this is a small closet of a bathroom. A few feet means that you have to take multiple steps to get to... Yeah, whatever. McKay says, Manny, do you remember when you had your wisdom teeth out and Jim was like, hey, one more thing. If you wake up and your pants are unzipped, you don't have to pay. Yes, I do remember that.
Well, were they?
No.
Oh, you had to pay.
No, my mom had to pay. I was only like 15 at the time.
Oh. Well, then maybe that's a good thing.
I genuinely feel kind of bad for the person who like deleted this because maybe out of shame and then finding out, oh my God, someone found it. I mean, so far.
Don't worry, buddy. We found it for you.
You know, I always did think that the chances of the person who wrote any of the shit we've read before, finding it to be astronomically low. But then I was on one of Bioman's streams, and one of the creepypastas we read, the author found it and thought it was funny, and I'm like, how the flying fuck does that even happen?
I can
So-
I can honestly do you one better on that in that regard. And he deleted like almost every video on his channel, and it sucks because we had a lot of good material on there. But Third of Clubs and I and MD Phantasm read a story called Hurricane Futashy, where it's like some smut fan fiction someone wrote about My Little Pony.
Ugh.
Oh,
And it was, we made all kinds of horrible jokes about it, making fun of it. And the author of that story found it, like, hey, you guys are really funny. This is really cool. And we weren't
That's
expecting
nice.
to see that.
That's cool. See, what I want to happen here is I want the author to find this video, and it'll turn into like the thing with Shia LaBeouf trying to hide that flag from people, but we just keep finding his stories.
Like this, so far, I'm not really like. I think that there's this pacing feels a bit too rushed.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
no shit.
Like, and like every paragraph is so short.
Not to mention we're only 5 paragraphs in.
Well, that's because we're us and we go on tangents for fun.
Exactly.
They monitor the web for all mentions of their writing. Hello, Kay. I'm glad you could join us.
I'm not gonna lie, I've done that once or twice. Because I asked something I actually posted on creepypasta.com, and I was curious, like, hey, I want to. I don't get that much feedback from it, except for one person who actually did a video of them reading it, and I found that out of the clear blue, like, hey, that's pretty awesome.
Nice. But yes, let's continue.
I quickly opened the door and walked back to the hallway.
I quickly opened the door and then dropped on the floor, and then Raptor walked in for some reason. I don't know.
Yeah, then a dinosaur walked in. You thought I was gonna say I walked the dinosaur, but if you remember, I was going to use the restroom, so instead I shit my pants.
And then he put out Alicia like, now it's my turn to walk you.
God damn it.
Raptor comes in with a leash. Not this time.
time.
This
you won't walk
song,
in the dinosaur.
this song has ruined my life. God damn it!
At least I wish that's what happened. What the fuck?
What?
Really? Did you just try
Okay.
to? You really just faked this out?
That only works when you like that only really works in stories where you like preceding it, you go into like some sort of detail to where it kind of lulls you into thinking that that's actually the case, and then when you at least that's what I wish happened. And it was like it's like a sharp turn. It's like you hit a brick wall, and it's supposed to be like a shock. You can't do that when they're just like one sentence like previous.
Yeah.
It doesn't work.
And really,
It's literally just a kid who learned the up, high, down, low, too slow gag.
okay, Kenzie, read the next 2 sentences, and I have some comments for it.
Oh no. Really? I juggled the door handle and it was stuck. The goddamn door was stuck.
No shit, because you ripped off the door handle and started juggling it like a fucking circus clown. Thank you for the.
That was another one of my habits.
I
Oh
appreciate
god damn it! That was another one of my habits. I can't help it. Like sometimes I just like pick something up and start juggling it. I try to like
No, specifically door handles.
no, it happens for everything else. Like I remember I lost my job because like my boss went to shake my hand. I ripped his hand off. I started juggling it.
Also, so the last sentence. I'm sorry, but this is what I can't. This is what's in my head now. Haven't you people ever heard of closing the goddamn door? Yes, and then I just got stuck in the toilet, and then it started to flood.
But hello, Bioman. What is happening? Some claustrophobic jackass has knowingly exposed himself to his phobia and decided to juggle the door handle so he can't get out.
Hey, that's the only reason that he deleted this story. Like, oh no, I said I wrote juggle instead of jiggle. Like my magnum opus is ruined. This is so embarrassing.
Now I'm thinking of that episode of Peep Show. If you guys ever saw that.
No.
Peep Show?
I've seen it.
Yeah, Raptor. Yeah, when I streamed it a while back. It's a British sitcom. Like they're
That's really funny.
yeah, the guys, like, two guys live in an apartment, and their buddy comes over and uses their bathroom. And he's like, "Hey, I can't get the door open." Like, "Oh yeah, you have to kind of jiggle it up." He just goes, "Oh, this is bullshit," and just kicks the door down.
That sounds fun.
Yes, and then he refused to pay for the new door.
Mhm.
Yeah. I don't know. I just made me think. Like, I haven't seen the show itself. I just saw one episode. It's like, hey man, you need to stop being such a. And he just like make a square symbol with his fingers. Cunt.
Oh, and to clarify, it's called Peep Show because you hear like the thoughts of the person whose point of view the camera is at that point. So it's like you're literally getting like to see into their mind.
So is it
Thank
kind of like
Clarifying then that they are not in fact peeping toms.
So is it kind of like or that horror movie Peep Show? Remember that? Oh, no, it was Peeping Tom. Never mind. Sorry. But so it's kind of that sounds similar to that fucking what was it called? The Sherlock Holmes show that kind of took off, where like you can actually see his thoughts. It's kind of like that.
Yeah, except like for them, it's like they're saying the lines out loud.
And there aren't fans that are vigorously like want him and Watson to fuck.
Yeah.
I stand by my opinion that if you're adult and into shipping, I don't like you personally.
Fair.
Tell me your name so I can message you and tell you personally that I don't like you. I will buy gift cards and like give me your address and I will write a personal hate letter to you.
Okay. Who wants to take the next 3 paragraphs?
I'll do it. Where was I? Where were we?
After saying.
Oh, the goddamn door suck. After saying 15 different curse words.
I tick them off on my fingers.
Like, just imagine, not even 15, like, in different languages, too.
I
like,
know.
Different languages.
I counted.
Like, foreign curse words, too. Scheiße! I jiggled. Oh, you did it right this time, too. Oh, you know what? I'll give it pass this time around. Like, I know you should have proofread it, but you and I get really heated when, like, someone makes that kind of typo and the letters on the keyboard are far away from each other, but you and I are just right next to each other, so it could have been just an honest mistake.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's not like someone who, like, uses Y, which is, instead of Q, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's not like, and it's because juggled is an actual word. It's not like if he wrote this on Word, the autocorrect would have come up anyway.
Yeah. I'm still not gonna lay off.
I jiggled the door handle as violently as I could.
I say.
I even pounded the door with my foot. I ripped my foot off and started hitting it against the door.
Yeah, that's called kicking, not... God damn it.
I once pounded on the glass door with my foot, and I got a large shard of glass lodged up my foot.
Jesus.
That was when I was a kid. Because my sister and I were playing, and she, like, closed the door and, like, was leaning on it, and I was, like, pounding it to try to get it open. And then my foot went right through one of them. And I didn't notice it until, like, I saw, like, these huge splotches of blood when I was walking.
Oh.
And I was, because of my injury, like, I was, like, bleeding like that. I didn't get punished for it because they felt bad for me.
Oh, geez.
So if you want to get away with vandalism, even accidental vandalism, make sure you're horribly injured first.
Yes.
The godforsaken door would not budge. I nearly had a mental breakdown right then and there. I'm claustrophobic, for God's sake. Oh, you are? Oh, shit. This is
It's
the
not
first
like
time you
that
brought
was
it up
the
to
first sentence of the story.
I can't handle being in small space. Like the kind of the I don't know the type of narration that's being put forth doesn't really. I don't know. Like what tense is this supposed to be happening? It's supposed to be past or present tense. Like how you what's happening here?
Yeah.
I don't know if I passed out, but the next thing I know, I was sitting on the floor, leaning against listening to the wall of the tiny bathroom. I looked around me. Nothing in sight, but a white wall, a white toilet. Oh, thank God, a white toilet. A white and brown and yellow toilet.
Yeah.
A white sink and a mirror. I pounded on the door a few more times.
Hello?
Hello, hello. Is there anybody out there? I yelled as loud as I could.
Can anyone hear me?
Can anybody hear me?
Oh my God.
Is there anyone home?
No, stop! I don't want the stream getting a copyright.
I'm sorry, I love that song.
Look how that's something that people who legitimately have to worry about now.
I know, it's fucking bullshit.
I knew yelling would be futile, though. I was alone, and the Airbnb wasn't a very accessible spot anyhow. I called a friend.
You don't
Just
have
a
any
friend.
friends.
I
Okay,
called a
one
friend and I
moment.
asked him,
One
like,
moment, Vince. Okay, so this person also mentioned that, like, oh, they didn't have like a very stable job at the moment. Why are they in this Airbnb?
Yeah. Oh, because
What is the purpose for this person being here?
it feels like we're missing a lot of details.
Yeah, well, he said vaguely for his job, but
That wasn't very stable. So, what unstable job has you traveling for work?
yeah,
And also, I feel the need to point, like, I know in this day and age, like, people just out of habit take their phones into their bathroom to do something, you know?
yeah.
But I think that was something that warranted messaging, or not messaging, mentioning. Like, message me on your phone in the bathroom, everyone watching here.
And I'm gonna make such a fresh, modern joke here. You phoned a friend. Is this a creepypasta? Or Who Wants to Be a Millionaire?
I was literally trying to make a Who Wants to Make a Millionaire joke before Kenzie, like, cut in. Then twice,
Go fuck
then
yourself.
3 times, and stopped. I sighed and stopped. So he didn't answer. That's
Yeah.
that's what it means when you stopped. I sighed in relief.
Hey, Jonah, you're not gonna believe this, but I've
Shut
got
the fuck up!
I've
I need to catch that goddamn Spider-Man I'm
myself
busy.
stuck in the bathroom.
again. I chuckle. I only hear a sentence.
Silence.
Oh, sorry, silence.
Jonah?
I hear a noise.
Raptor?
Glug,
I'm sorry.
glug, glug.
It sounds like he's swallowing water.
Yeah.
I would go and start drinking water to prove that's not what it sounds like when someone is swallowing water, but I just know I'm gonna choke.
Hello, Bagel. What the hell? Yeah, that's a very good... That's what a few people have said so far. Jonah?
Do the
Glug,
glugging
glug,
sounds, Raptor.
Glug, glug, glug.
I scoff, hanging up the phone. I try
Bye,
another friend.
Apostrophe. Thanks for stopping by.
Oh, later,
How you doing?
Apostrophe. Thanks for joining us.
How's it going, man?
Thank you for watching.
Someone who lives closer. Perhaps they could help.
Hello? Terry?
Glug,
Silence on the
glug.
internet.
Oh, sorry.
Terry?
Vince, do you want me to take over for a little bit since Manny's talking and
Yeah, sure.
doing the glugging?
Glug, 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 glug.
Raptor, there's only 3 glugs.
No. I'm starting to understand his speech.
The same sound of swallowing water. I gasp in shock and then hang up
Mhm.
again. Is this a practical joke being played on me? Or are all of my friends just giving massive blowjobs right now?
Are you That's stupid. That's genuinely stupid.
I know, but it's the joke I decided to go with.
No, not you. It's just the idea that my
What? It's
friends
a practical joke.
my friends knowing that I am claustrophobic and that I was currently staying at this current whatever. It's current staying at IMDb. They decided to rig the door to where it would lock, and they meticulously timed it to where they knew my shitting schedule because I advertise it. I make sure people know because I'm claustrophobic. That's part of being claustrophobic. And so when I went to take a shit, I would close the door and I would be stuck. So I could call them and they would make glugging sounds.
Hi, Cope. Hi, Gemma.
Hi.
Yeah, sorry guys, it's the fucking daylight savings.
Fuck daylight savings.
Yeah.
Well, it might not be a thing much longer.
Oh yeah, didn't they say that they were gonna like permanently roll back?
I think so.
I know there are people that complained about that, but legitimately, who cares?
Yeah.
When people were complaining about like, oh, they're gonna change the so and so on the $5 bill, and like how this is an outrage, and I'm like, it's money.
Right.
No problem, Bagel.
Bioman staying at UFC, not getting paid.
Bagel, considering what we're fucking reading, like, if you just wanted to check out while you eat, we wouldn't blame you.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't think there's anything. Well, drowning from toilet water, I guess.
Yeah, for some reason that just seems icky.
I don't know. If your dog can drink toilet water, there's nothing wrong with drowning in it. Well, drowning in general is bad, I guess.
Alright, so
If you're a coward, you know.
is this a practical joke being played on me, or is the service just bad? When has bad service ever made it sound like the person on the other end was fucking drowning?
Is it a bad service or a test of patience?
Yes.
I call 911.
Glug 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 glug.
What the fuck?
What the hell?
That's literally the sentence.
Yeah. No, it's not just the sentence. That's a paragraph.
Well, yeah,
What
that's the whole line for this whole.
Again, like the tone of the like I don't know, the tone of the narration doesn't really work for me because again, I'm trying to think of how to properly articulate this. It's I don't know, like the way he's talking right now, like these are the being told in the past tense, and it constantly like breaks my immersion in the story when I'm trying to get immersed. I mean, you're not being very descriptive when it comes to what's happening, but now when you say things like that, as if it's actually happened in the present right now, I'm like, oh, it can just be like think like, okay,
Yeah.
I am a wordsmith.
Um.
In a panic.
Oh, do you want to? Since he's not talking anymore, Minnie, do you want to?
Oh, sure. In a panic, I reach into my pockets. What did you find? I told you, Gemma! Here, I'll send you the link so you can read along. I'll do that in a bit.
I'm willing to concede that in some circumstances, drowning is not healthy.
Alright, Gemma, I sent you the
Fish
link
don't seem to mind it.
on Discord. My hand curls around the familiar shape of my
Dick.
pocket knife. I laugh,
Aw.
knowing how much property damage I was
Dick.
about to cause, but not caring.
It starts pissing all over the walls.
My dick.
Wait, it gets better. I would do anything to get out of the bathroom, even fuck
Including-
the walls.
Including fuck a door.
I land my knife into the door. That means nothing. Which is thankfully thin.
What the fuck? Are you kidding me? This is stupid.
Yes. I continue to stab the door until it begins to crack and splinter. I laugh as I do it because I'm a freak. I was about to be free.
Okay, I don't fucking care how thin a door is. Have you seen a blade from a pocket knife? They're not big.
I wish that was true.
I pulled out my predator knife and turned
Did
on
you
my
literally just try to
heat
take this
vision.
out again?
Again, doesn't work.
Drowning is not healthy. Sleeping with the fishes, however. Kanye moments.
Oh no.
Alright, I kick my foot into the door, expecting it to collapse in front of me. My foot hits a hard wall. You know the old concrete shoes, wink wink. I wince, grabbing it in pain. The door was pretty much reduced to splinters in the center, but there was a brick wall behind it.
This is a prank by his friends. It's like a
What
really like
no end house bullshit is this?
I love it. I'm just imagining like they deliberately went out of their way to like fucking seal him up like Mr. Burns. Or they fucking Count of Monte Cristo'd his ass.
Do you mean a cask of Amontillado?
Whatever, same difference. I don't read.
Alright,
Monte Cristo.
Same difference to me. I don't know. They're both written by white people.
I cry out, clawing through the splintered wood onto the hard bricks that look like they've taken days to dry into place. That's not how bricks work. There's no way this was real. It surely had to be a childhood nightmare coming back to haunt me. I began to hyperventilate, but I forced myself.
No, keep going. I'll save it for the end of the paragraph.
I forced myself to breathe in fear of using up the air supply. Is this the Three Stooges? That's a very good question. I remember the reality checks I used to use as a child. One of them being flipping the light switch on and off and seeing if it follows the rules of physics. I would use it in dreams to see if I was lucid or awake.
I mean, that actually does sound kind of interesting.
Wait, guys. Here we go. I look around for a light switch, but a realization sets in. It's on the outside of the bathroom!
Oh no! Oh
Manny,
no!
What in the Winchester house is this shit? Manny, you'll know what that is now.
This is the Three Stooges, isn't it? No, Gemma, this is not the Three Stooges. They count
Literally,
Chris his ass since 2022.
Eat my ass. So literally anyone can fuck with you when you're trying to take a shit. But okay, like the idea of like closing a door and finding out that you've been bricked in, like almost like a supernatural shit, sounds frightening. But the problem is you haven't established like a mundane tone. Like you're supposed to like set like a very grounded tone with the narration, and then when you get hit with that sudden juxtaposition to like something weird and almost supernatural like that, it's shocking. Like again, I always use it. This is like the wish.com version of 1408.
Yeah. Isn't Crisco an oven clear? No, Crisco is like a cooking fat or oil.
No, stupid.
Read
Crisco is a
Mike's
store.
comment.
What?
Read Mike's comment.
Excuse me, sir. Do you have the Count of Monte Crisco in a cask? Well, you better bring him in. Waha, waha, waha. Oh my god, my sister lived in a house with the light switch outside the bathroom. They would shut the light off on each other to be dicks.
Yeah, those exist. I just think it's dumb.
I'm on high alert when I shit. That is king right there, Cobe. Alright.
Well, you're most vulnerable then.
That's how it normally is with small bathrooms. It's sort of ridiculous, as anyone could simply turn it off while you're inside the room. I sigh, sitting back down on the floor. Are you panicked or annoyed?
Yeah, this is. You can tell that the writer themselves does not fucking have claustrophobia, and they were like, what would be scary to someone with claustrophobia?
Yeah. Never relax on the toilet, boys. That's how they get you. That's true.
Another reality check I remembered was pinching myself.
Oh my god.
It barely ever worked, but I tried it anyway. With as much force as I can muster, I pinch my arm with my nails. Oh, 10th swap. It stings. I bury my face in my hands. As I'm staring into the palms of my hands, wondering what the hell happened to me, and how a brick wall suddenly manifested itself in front of the bathroom, my vision slowly goes dark. My vision goes slightly darker. I remove my hands.
No.
The lights are off.
This guy is not king enough to shit in the dark. Cobe goes to the toilet with a sledgehammer.
I don't take a shit if I don't have my pieces with me. Your pieces? My guns!
That just sounds
So
like
anyway,
another word for your balls.
So anyway, I start shitting.
It's a major power move to shit in complete darkness. Thank you, Gemma.
But how do you know when to stop wiping?
I can't do number 2 anywhere outside of my own home. I could count like maybe literally on one hand on my entire life any time I've been desperate enough to do that.
Mike, I still fucking hate you for that question, by the way. Because now that's like actually kind of like now that's the thing I'm gonna start pondering out of nowhere when I shouldn't be.
Alright.
Being in a small room with no way out is one thing, but not being able to see, that is a whole nother level of terrifying. Isn't that kind of better, though?
I don't know.
Like,
No.
you can't see the confined space you're in.
But we would have to ask someone with claustrophobia.
Okay,
Yeah.
here's another line that makes me say, no wonder they deleted this.
Luckily, phone flashlights are a thing. Oh!
Okay.
Unluckily, they take up a lot of battery power. I mean, yeah, that's true. My phone is low, how convenient. And my phone may also be my one ticket out of here.
You ever look on your phone and it's like, oh my fuck, my battery's drained. And it turns out like you accidentally put your flashlight on.
Vince sitting on the toilet, lights off, night vision goggles on, 2 pistols out.
Brass knuckles. My SWAT vest.
That's how you do it.
He's
gas
fucking
mask.
Mission Impossible-ing a shit.
I'm waiting for the merman to come out from the other end. He wants revenge.
The actual fuck.
We're gonna finish this right here, motherfucker.
Oh my god. I am so glad that I found this story in the first place and that Raptor found it archived.
What is this stream?
Perfection.
Alright, we're almost done. Vince, I think you're up.
In all the panic I'd been in, I nearly forgot I had to pee. I forgot I had to piss when I was panicking. No, I think that kind of comes naturally, homie. I was surprised I hadn't pissed myself. I attempted to calm myself down as I relieved myself. I flushed the toilet, of course, because gas bombing myself with the smell of urine would make this whole experience worse.
In what world is that line supposed to... Like, in what world does this line belong in a horror story?
Someone tries to open the toilet door. A weak man says, occupied. A king simply shits louder.
So, look, if you really want to be on that Sigma male grind set, you would ask them to come in and watch you shit.
Giraffes are no longer my favorite animal. Is still on Reddit. Good does not exist in this world.
At least
I hear the toilet flushing, and it goes on for an uncomfortably long period of time. I don't know, the words "long period of time" that sound. I don't know. That doesn't work. A comfortably long time, you know. Wouldn't that make more sense? Like a period of time makes it went on for days.
Yeah.
Finally, it stops. It's all silent again. I wish they had a toilet that was strong enough to go that long if you wanted. It's silent again. Well, mostly. I can hear water dripping. I fumble around in the dark, confused. Suddenly, I feel water beneath my feet. The toilet is flooding. Please, God, not now. The merman's back.
Jason Momoa just fucking comes up from your toilet.
It's really like he's got a fish at you. Flushed me down when I wasn't really dead. Flush you.
No,
I turned on my phone flash.
It's Amber Heard, and you just fucking beat her until she goes back down.
Yeah, I don't get it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that.
I heard my phone. I turned on my phone flashlight. I need to see what's happening. The toilet is overflowing. The water trickling down the sides. My socks becoming damp by the second.
Not my socks.
I patiently wait for the water to stop flowing. I'll just imagine like it's up to his neck like at any minute now.
Wait. Bioman says centuries have passed. Now I'm just imagining like the fish-headed guy coming out of the toilet. Ah! After 10,000 years, I'm free! It's time to conquer Earth!
Well, to be fair, that would work because Rita Repulsa came out of a little trash can.
Yes. That's right, I'm trans male to alpha male based.
That was like a real fucking alpha move on Zordon's part. You fucking garbage, Rita!
This man camps out on the toilet, flushing for long periods of time, keeps the demons from getting out. Or like Amber Turd, nailed it. Ha! Got him!
Got him.
It doesn't. A few minutes later, the water is up to my ankles. I'm scared. I don't want to die like this. This is worse than any of the nightmares I've had as a kid.
That's
The
3
water
paragraphs.
The water rises to my waist. I call 911 again as a last resort.
Hello? Please? Can anyone hear me? Please help.
There's silence for a moment, and then the sound plays again.
Glug, glug, glug.
Swallowing water. Ew. My chest goes cold as I realize what's happening. I'm gonna drown in pea water.
Okay,
Oh god.
I have to say, like, this makes me think all the way back to bad creepypasta, the truth about my death. Like, I realized what it meant. I had reached my expiring date. It's like you're just fucking giving in.
Can I read the last paragraph?
Oh, sure, feel free.
Glug, glug.
I guess this is goodbye. I have 20 or so minutes before the water fills up the room. I guess he's having it.
Wait, hold on. So, what? So he was typing this in real time?
Yeah.
Yeah. And also,
That's so stupid.
also, how did this bathroom just suddenly become watertight?
Hold on, so you can like
Because of the
so
brick wall, Manny.
So you can convey. So you can tell a story about the fact that you got into a supernatural evil drowning toilet and bathroom in an Airbnb, and you decide like I need to ask for help. Like, oh well, 911's not working. I guess I'll go on to Reddit.
Yeah.
And let them know what's happening.
And
I think you can contact like emergency services online too, can't you?
Yes. And I'm not gonna lie, I completely forgot about the brick wall.
So, or is it some weird shit where it's like you try to even go like contact like emergency services online? It's like, but all it says on their webpage is glug 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 there too. The only working website is Reddit, and he's like, okay, I give up. If this is the only option afforded to me, I'd rather die.
Welcome back,
Unless
Bagel.
it stops flooding, but I don't think whatever is happening to me is going to do anything in my favor. Wait, I don't think whatever is happening to me. What the fuck are you talking about?
That's
that
the end.
Sucked. That sucked.
The end.
Also, but guys, if he died drowning in a bathroom, how was he able to delete his post?
Oh.
Use the poop.
I am going to drown in pea water. Yes, that's probably his final thoughts.
This is the prequel to the SCP, the Butt Ghost.
Whoa. Gemma says, that's a really sticky situation you're in, mate. Gemma,
I hate you so fucking much.
Go to pun jail immediately.
Yeah, this sucks.
Mike says, I'm drowning in piss water, please updoot.
Honestly, I think that I don't want to. I kind of try to find the bright side of things when it comes to like I'm a bitter, cynical asshole, but I do try to encourage people to work off of what I think had the potential to be good ideas. And this, like like going to a bathroom and then suddenly being walled in and like drown. Like, yeah, that's a unnerving thought to be sure, but. I don't know. You did nothing to work up to that premise. You did absolutely nothing. Yeah, I can't even say you did the bare minimum. Like all you did was like one time I like I'm a guy and I went to the bathroom in an Airbnb and now I'm drowning to death because the Airbnb is haunted.
Exactly. And Kay says, "Hey internet, it's your boy. I'm about to drown in pee-pee water, so tell me a funny story before I go."
I hate myself for the joke I'm about to make. But because of the way it's written, and just nothing about it seems to be scary in any way, and it's partially a joke, but I'm also half being serious, but the pun is intended. You could say that the writer was taking the piss.
Go to unforgivable jail.
Just
like I don't know. Like I'm even thinking about the premise itself. Like being
honestly, I'd rather be in unforgivable jail than pun jail.
Like I think that what really needed, like it needed to be. I always make this criticism when it comes to stuff I read on my channel. Like it really did need to be extended. Like there needed to be more. Like a great amount of detail when it comes to descriptions and like mundane shit just to lull you into like a certain mindset. Like a story like this seems it will work best if he just sat in the bathroom like trying to figure out this wing, like maybe it's like stream of consciousness where
Yeah.
he's just talking about whatever, like basically like preoccupying his time until he expects someone to get out or someone to help him and to alleviate his situation. And then near the end, you introduce the element of the water in the toilet, and it's like slowly starting to fill up, and it becomes more frantic. He becomes more panicked, and after a while, you have that resignation. Like I think I actually had a short story that I was intending to write a long time ago, where it was supposed to be something along the lines of someone who was like buried alive, or it's like he was like trapped in a vault after a botched bank robbery, and like Sim's slowly going insane, and then new characters get introduced, and it seems realistic, but then you realize quite quickly that they're not real people. He's just hallucinations because he's like oxygen deprived.
Nice.
Like, and it like gets more and more insane and manic, and then at some point, when the vault actually does get open, they find he's like starved to death.
Oh, Jesus. Alright, but Kobe sums up my feelings about this. Reddit user detected, human rights rejected. And in response to Kenzie's joke, Kobe says, silence female. Gemma
Nope.
says, Kenzie, no, the puns need to
Oh,
be
are
clever.
you upset by that pun, Gemma? Oh, I'm
They
sorry.
need to be clever.
Well, okay, here's my logic to rebut you, Kenzie. You see, Gemma is Scottish, okay? And that means that in the eyes of an American, she's basically a man. So, in the eyes of an American as well, we have patriarchal society and whatnot. I value a male's opinion over a woman. So therefore, she stands above you, and she can't be held accountable. That's my.
Fuck are you talking about, Vince?
You're the fuck. My logic is unrefutable.
Okay, you can't even read your own work schedule.
My style is impetuous. My defense is impregnable. I'm
Guys.
just ferocious. I want your heart. I want to eat your kids.
Guys,
Yes.
No.
check the group chat.
I'm sure glad I did the crappy story I wrote on R/slash no sleep. I'm sure nobody will ever find it, ever. Say, I wonder what this Bean Daddy Vanilla channel is reading on stream. Okay, that's gonna be the thumbnail.
Why is he Doge?
Why not? Woman detected, gulag selected.
Balyaman says, being real for a second, this would have been definitely worked better as a visual media. Yeah, I think like the slow burn into like insanity would have like played more with the feelings of claustrophobia.
I also
I know
agree
what
with
you
what
mean.
Mike says here, in that this would have worked better without the claustrophobia angle. Normal guy gets trapped in bathroom, slowly loses his mind trying to get out. Yeah, especially because like the claustrophobia angle was really inconsistent.
And I do agree with that, but like once you just taking away the claustrophobia, and I do agree it was completely unneeded for this story, but what you're left with is just Gerald's game but in a bathroom.
Yeah.
And it's like, do we need a Gerald's game in a bathroom?
Honestly, like you take away like the supernatural angle with the brick wall suddenly materializing, and just make it like again more detail put into this guy's backstory about how he would have nightmares about being claustrophobic, and then his worst case scenario actually like I don't know, even like a bathroom like trapped on an elevator, that's scary, you know.
Yeah.
Like in between two floors, and like having like trying to calm yourself down, and slowly like you start to unravel. Nothing supernatural whatsoever, just like a horrifying situation, and you can eventually like it could have a peaceful resolution where he manages to finally get out, but he's like left shaken, and he's just him describing that experience is enough to frighten you, you know?
Yeah. And ultimately, just the idea alone of being trapped, like just the bathroom alone, that idea, and especially with the whole flooding toilet thing, for me, it's just too silly to take seriously.
What if he was trapped in the bathroom from Quiznos? Like, oh my god, no! I'm gonna suffocate for other reasons now.
I just, he calls for help. Yeah, I'm stuck in a bathroom. Where? In Quiznos. Quiznos sandwiches? Quiznos subs? Yeah. Yeah, the one on like 31st Street. We love these subs, cause
I
they
thought
are
you were making a.
Snoops!
I thought you were making a reference to fucking that Dave Chappelle bit, like talking about Jesse Smollett. It's like, and you're out the 12 at night. It's -3 degrees outside. And where were you going?
Subway.
Sandwiches?
Yeah, sandwiches. Okay.
And we only eat cookies because most of them are barbaric.
Fucked
We
up,
are
We're
Dougie.
not
the
Huns.
It's really fucked up that they gave Jesse 6 whole months in jail. That's not right. Faking a hate crime. Come on. Come on.
Kay says, my cousin's stepmom used to get trapped in my grandma's bathroom when she visited. I remember being 6 and wondering why she was so stupid, because I could open that door with no issue. Weakest Scottish woman over strongest Belgian man. Stuck in an elevator is a fucking nightmare without ghosts being involved. I think I have
That
more
actually
fear
happened
of...
like where I live too, because we have an elevator where I live.
Oh, jeez.
And I walked outside to go to work. Like the second I stepped outside of my door, it was like 2 firefighters and like a repairman, like and they were, like sitting right in front of the elevator, and it was like halfway down and not between my floor and the floor beneath us.
Oh,
And like,
fuck.
is everything all right here? It's like, yeah, we got it, and it's working now. But it's like I keep my phone on me in the elevator for a reason.
Yeah.
And like that's like there was another like when I used to work, it was like I was a runner for like a college, and the elevator where we used to like bring supplies up. It was almost like a fucking prison elevator, like how creepy it looked. Like I expected to go down there and get shanked in a yard or some point.
I think I have more fear of getting crushed as opposed to fear of being trapped somewhere. That's fair. The lift at the tower block where I lived when I was very little used to break down all the time. It led to a lot of fucked up elevator nightmares. Oh shit, I'm sorry.
Jesse Small seemed very
How
upset
the
about what
fuck
he
did
did.
you-
I
Jesus
tried-
Christ, Cobe.
How the fuck did you find a Quiznos in 2021? Yeah, Juicy Smollett seems very upset about what he did. I've tried telling him not to beat himself up over.
That joke doesn't work. It was 2 Wakandan motherfuckers.
We are gonna get nuked.
This is MAGA country.
So, Manny, you had another story we were going to read.
Oh,
I
yes.
can't believe get in trouble for making fun of a piece of shit like that. Wow,
Yeah.
that's amazing.
Alright, hold on. Let me find the next picture here. Aha! It
Jacob.
really is fucked up, though, that Smollett was locked in a cell with his attack. Alright, so this is filming a serial killer's video diary.
Where is it?
We've all
that
been
sounds
there.
original.
We've all
Okay,
been there, right?
Wait.
I'm
where is it
putting
in
it
the-
in the chat!
Well, hurry up, fuck boy.
But yeah, so we have a much more typical Reddit story title.
Okay.
You know, when it's almost
Wait.
practically a paragraph in itself. Yeah, Reddit Part 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Nah, it's still way too few words for it to be a proper
Kenzie,
Reddit no sleep.
quit nitpicking.
I'm right.
Can I voice a serial killer?
Yeah, sure. Alright, so here we go, right off the bat. I was scrolling through... I was scrolling through 4chan.
That was your first mistake.
The mysterious 4chan.
And
Pure
came
website,
across-
guys. You probably never heard of it.
And came across a weird advertisement.
Film me a serial killer a diary. If you got the right equipment, please apply and be paid well, eh?
The cameraman during the shower scene in Crazy. We love you, Toby.
You just can't keep name dropping your magnum opus, can you? Gotta show off.
Oh. Alright, along with the normal post, there was a response with a link for an application. I had just gotten out of film school. I had bought some nice cameras and microphones and was crippled by my loan debt, so I decided to apply. I
The
figured.
light bringer.
What's the worst that could happen? Nothing bad could happen, right, you guys?
Oh, of course
Told-
not.
I told my teacher, "Do you know who I am? I'm the light bringer."
Why
I'm
does the
famous
picture?
on the internet.
Why does the picture look like Gabriel Iglesias was filming his new stand-up routine? That's a good question, Gemma.
Wait, what?
Oh, I didn't. I just noticed it. Wow.
I
Yeah, what is this still from? Do you know, or did you just like
s-
Google just a random?
scary movie.
See, when I was
Oh.
still on the toilet image, so I thought like, man, Gemma really hates Gabriel Iglesias.
I mean, would she be wrong?
He seems like a nice guy. I just don't think he's funny.
Yeah. I figured it was just some internet ass playing a prank or something like that, but the application was genuine. I
Then
know.
you-
I minored in internet application studies.
Yeah, so because I could totally tell it was genuine, I then reported it to the police. And then just pause. I then reported it to the police.
To be fair, Kenzie, this guy frequents 4chan. I'm not surprised he wouldn't report it.
You'd think at this point, like, you just like there's like a sect of police that just monitor 4chan.
I'm sure they do, but they regularly kill themselves.
Yeah, that's
I mean, probably.
No, I think there's actually like from the governing bodies that actually look into shit like that. So it doesn't surprise me.
The title should be something that rolls off the tongue, like "I delivered sodas to a strange Walmart neighborhood market." I love Creep, except last time I watched it, my parents' puppy saw the wolf mask in full frame on their big TV and literally shit in panic. Aww.
Aww.
Cutie cinematographer. Oh, God.
I also do like that movie too, Creep, by the way.
Okay, I'm glad you specified Creep.
Oh, I was about to like tell me where you live so I can haul your head out.
Alright. It had a section to list previous works and references. If this was a joke, it was a damn well thought out one. Because it was an application that had a references section?
If it was a joke, it was a damn well thought out one. What? You mean posting anonymously on a forum that is known for debauchery?
So I have to ask, how many serial killers have you filmed before?
I can't tell you that, or I'll have to kill you. Ha!
Oh, okay. I think you're qualified for the job.
I listed out everything and sent it. The next day, I had an email from an account I didn't recognize.
Okay, so I looked over your application. It seems like you're the perfect person for this position. Okay.
How do you determine that?
Please meet me at X at sharp. Okay.
I'll tell you why, Manny. Because naturally, he has a picture of himself on it as his profile picture for his business email, and the serial killer saw it and said, "Yes, this head will look excellent on the mantle."
I get it. Fitting for Redditors, protagonists in r/no sleep stories are the stupidest motherfuckers in fiction. It was just an elaborate hoax. Yes.
It'd be like a sharp. There's gonna be a huge plot twist, but he gets up to it like, "Haha! I've catfished you. I'm not really a serial killer. I'm a big titted porn actress, and I'm here to fuck you." Like, oh no!
So, oh no,
he's the booty warrior.
All those stories about me fucking all those women on 4chan, they were just made up, so I would sound cool. Everyone believed it for sure.
No, like I said, it's like reverse catfishing. He's expecting a big, fat, gross neck beard with a knife. And it's like, no, actually, I'm actually a really hot girl. And now you have to sleep. I'm like, no, my life's over now. This isn't what I wanted at all.
All right, exacts were exacts. Hold on, is that even a word?
I think I've heard that in some circumstances. Hold on, let me look it up right now.
I guess from when you're talking about like certain information like that, it can be used, but it sounds clunky and weird.
Okay.
Yeah.
Were removed for obvious reasons, But all you need to know is that it was a subway station.
It was a Subway. Jared
Sandwiches?
Fogle was there.
We left the subs.
Fucking, you go there and meet Jared Fogle himself. Like, oh, you answered my ad.
Oh.
No, we meet
No,
sponge monkeys.
Look, I promise I'm past that point in my life. Now I'm just settling on serial killer.
I'd rather be confronted with a serial killer than a pedo.
But I redeemed myself. I'm a serial killer now. I don't go anywhere near children. I go near their parents to kill them.
We partake in a minuscule amount of complicated buffoonery. I came here to die, lady. Now kill me. I'd rather be near a serial killer than a porno actor. Yeah, honestly, so would I.
You
I'm
would
not
rather
really-
be near. You would rather be near the fucking John Wayne Gacy than Long Dong Silver? What?
Yes. I'm not really a serial killer. Actually, I'm here to see if I can give you this amazing deal on this beautiful timeshare. Couldn't you just imagine spending the rest of your life here? Oh my god, I would rather be a serial killer.
That's even more horrifying. Like you answered the ad, so now you sign this exclusive contract. Now you have to advertise Raid's Shadow Legends for the rest of your life.
No,
Oh.
no.
Welcome back, apostrophe. What did you miss? Like Bioman said, you missed toilet magic. If someone posted a story about fucking hot women on 4chan, they'd get told to KYS immediately. Serial killer addressing the camera. I will kill again. I have to, and I don't want to get caught. To avoid being caught, I protect my data using today's sponsor, NordVPN.
No.
And
Because
Bagel
you said
says,
toilet for.
Bagel says,
I looked up-
apostrophe,
sorry.
you missed some shit. Tis. Nice one, but also go to pun jail.
I on a whim because you said toilet magic. I looked up. Oh, let me see if I can find images of a toilet wizard. And I actually did.
Okay, let's see it.
Yeah, it's not that interesting. I'm gonna show it to you, I guess. You know.
It sounded like Eustace, like encouraged the cowardly dog. So,
You-
Eustace, do you want some pancakes? Do you want me to make you pancakes or not? Oh, I wouldn't mind if you did. I like the faucet coming out of
Now-
his wizard hat.
Who voices him now? It was like that Courage the Cowardly Dog and Scooby Doo crossover.
Oh, I don't know. I have yet to see that.
I saw the clips. I recognize the voice actor and I liked him in a lot of stuff. I think he was the short dude in The Princess Bride.
Oh, well, Sean.
I like him, but he's not a good Eustace.
Oh, it's funny because.
Then again, like it's hard to replace the last actor. To be fair.
Yeah. All right, let's keep reading though. We're really lagging here. I mean about the station at the exact date and time specified. He said he would be wearing a green and red striped polo and gray sweatpants with a red skull on each knee. Low key.
Edgy.
I see Chris Chan is going through his emo phase.
No, green and red striped. I was like, oh, a Freddy Krueger reference, haha.
I'm just imagining fucking Chris Chan like coming wearing that and putting out a mission. Like, some of y'all all right. Don't come to Quickville Mall tomorrow.
Yeah. Return the flab or suffer the curse. Gemma, you know the line was slab, right?
She knows
I
what
think-
she's doing.
Dude, that reminds me of that new Batman movie where Riddler's Twitch streaming while he's trying to blow up a eulogy. Okay.
What?
Spoilers.
One of the funniest moments of bad creepypasta history was when Cobb did an entire Raid Shadow Legends ad in the middle of the stream. Alright, I found him within a few minutes. He was sitting on a light gray composite bench. Overall it, and he blended into the station like a bat in the pitch black night. That makes no fucking sense.
I almost had a stroke trying to read that.
I sat next to him and he started. And I'm reading it like that because there are no commas in that sentence.
Are you excuse me?
Do you want me to take over for a little bit, Manny?
Uh,
are you
Are you
Toby? No, it's a serial killer talking. Are you
Oh.
Toby Mitchell for the diary?
He asked.
Yup.
I responded.
Okay, do you have any questions about the job?
He asked.
Yeah, one. Are you an actual serial killer, or do you just want me to just film you as the star of a show?
He cut me off.
Allow me to demonstrate. But first,
He stood up and motioned me to join as he checked his watch, an activity he had been doing since I had met him every 10 seconds or so.
okay, for you to do this job, I need you to do something for me.
Confirm something. He continued.
Confirm something. Excuse me, I can't read.
He continued as he stared at his watch.
Hmm?
I sounded.
Okay, I want you to agree right here and now.
No,
Are you in?
You skipped
Oh, sorry.
something.
Oh, sorry. You're gonna see some things you won't like, okay? Some things that you will never forget. I want you to agree right here and now. Are you in or are you out?
Real quick,
Why is it?
Cobe says, "Are you Toby Mitchell?"
Well, yes, I am, governor.
Riddle me this, Batman. What do you need but don't have? What do you want but cannot acquire? The answer, Batman, is some bitches. Composite bench, who gives a shit what it's made of? Yeah, that was getting to me. I'm not going to read that one out loud, Bioman, but that is a good one. Riddler is trying to crank some 90s on Fortnite while he's catching actual bodies.
He looked. I think it's. He looked up from his watch.
He looked up from his watch and stared at me while we walked toward the tracks.
Oh my god.
What tracks?
They said they were at the subway.
Oh. I didn't think he was still being serious. I mean, who the fuck just puts an ad like that on 4chan, right?
Well, then why would you humor it?
Okay, again.
Have you seen 4chan, dude? Have you seen 4chan?
I don't think he ever has. I swear the serial killer asked if the guy was Toby Mitchell.
Yeah,
Alright.
I saw you in a movie called Gracie, and I was quite a big fan. Okay.
Yeah, I'm in.
I said as he started to put his hand up.
How did I lose my place? Start filming now, please.
He said as we got closer to the tracks. I pulled out my camera and started filming.
So what train are you going on?
I asked so I could be aware of our location.
Oh, we aren't going on a train.
He said, looking from his watch again and getting behind a small crowd of people.
Then why are we here?
He stood there in silence for a moment. I thought to ask again. Maybe he couldn't hear me through the noise of the station. In fact, it just got even louder as a train not stopping at this station was ready to bullet by any second.
And
I zoned out for a second, and I was zoom scanning the paragraph, and I saw bullet, and oh fuck.
This sentence is written horrifically, and that's the whole paragraph.
If you see him if you're with this guy and you see him about to pull out a gun to glue guys' nose up, would you push him on the track to stop him or something?
Yes. Wait. Cobe says, "Am I losing my mind? Did Vince not say that?" No, he didn't.
I did.
You did?
No, the serial killer said it.
Oh.
Are you Toby Mitchell?
The bone train. Damn it,
The
Gemma.
Midnight Bone Train. Has anyone actually ever read The Midnight Meat Train?
No.
No.
I think as it's a book by Clive Barker, I quite enjoy it. And it has a really weird movie made after it.
Yes, it does. Because she's obviously going to die. And Raptor, would you like to read a bit? You've not done much reading this stream.
Okay, where did we leave off at?
I prepared to ask again.
I prepared to ask again, but I was halfway through my words when the train almost met the station, and he pushed me, and he pushed one of the women in the groups onto the tracks.
Jesus!
With only 10 or
Kinda saw
so
that
feet
coming.
of space between the women who fell and the train. She barely had any time to react as the train blasted through her body as it hadn't even been there, splashing the onlookers with blood and mascara. Everyone standing in shock before panic broke, and the subway became a madhouse, and I didn't even get my sub yet. I threw down the camera in emotion and went in the opposite direction that the man ran and made it to my home. I bunkered down. No one knew I was there. The subway had cameras here, yes, but they were so cheap they didn't even work most of the time. It was far too hectic for them to simply see a man with a camera.
Gemma says she's read the book. Bioman12 says Riddler. Thanks for the $20, Epic YOLO 64. Anyway, back to me explaining my ridiculously extricate scheme. Sounds a bit rude. What are you talking about? What is offense? Manny, Kenzie, and Raptor are the only ones. Quit trying to gaslight Cobe. It's a very good book, says Gemma. Are you Toby Mitchell from award-winning film Gracie? Oh, K, a very base comment. Not a woman? Fuck! What a loss! Cobe says we watched a good Clive Barker produced film yesterday called Gods and Monsters. It was pretty cash money. Yeah, I need to watch that. Gemma mentioned that.
Yeah, I saw Gemma's post about it yesterday.
Like, books based off Clive Barker stories tend to be, like, weirdly hit and miss.
Blasted through her, I say, oh yeah, Gemma ninja'd me, so yeah, the train. Then this woman fell on the tracks, so I started blasting.
Just outraged that, like, oh, it's like trigger some non-vet, like, a trigger by seeing the blood and viscera. Happens to carry his AR-15 everywhere he goes, just in case the fucking Viet Cong show up again.
No, the train's like, I saw a woman fall onto the tracks, so I took that personally.
This is like you trying to get revenge against the train itself. That was my wife, you son of a bitch! Train conductor's just poking his head out like, what is he doing? He's not even shooting the conductor, he's just shooting inside the train like it's a living thing.
Also, like, I love that this guy made no attempt to go to the police or anything. It's like, he sees this guy shove a woman in front of a moving train, just like, whoa! And ran off. Literally hid in his bedroom.
Where were we again?
Raptor?
After several days and nights of haunting terror, fear, guilt, and several more of indoor seclusion, I received mail. It was a decently sized manila envelope with a fair heft to it.
Giggity.
Heft?
That's what she said.
Is that an actual term? Like
yeah,
heft?
it means
Yeah,
heavy.
Yeah, like the weight of it, yeah.
Yeah, it's got weight to it.
It sounds pretentious to me.
No, there are plenty of words that I read in stories that I don't recognize that turn out to be real.
Gemma says, if this guy tries to sound like Patrick Bateman, ends up sounding like Patrick Starr. Batman Rugrats. Riddler, who was in Paris, Batman? Who was in Paris?
Oh, I know the answer. It was Black Lightning and Hal Jordan Green Lantern. No, that's not the one. Jon Stewart. I don't know what they were doing there. Done super specifically.
Time for a sun-dried tomato and Parmesan bagel. Kaylin, leave bagel alone. You don't need to season it with sun-dried tomatoes.
That reminds me, I got some banana chips I haven't finished.
Oh, nice.
So Gemma just assumes that bagel already tastes of Parmesan.
Look, I'm just saying, I have a sun-dried tomato pasta and our sun-dried tomato and pesto pasta recipe, and it's really good.
I have pickled garlic right here. I forgot that I have one thing I haven't opened. Pickled garlic is good, and everyone at work makes fun of me for like enjoying it.
You were just talking about that recently in Cortex Club too.
It hurts my feelings how no one else enjoys. Like one of my coworkers, like she like wanted to try it. Like, oh, cool. Like I open it up and she takes one smell. Like no thanks.
And hey, remember the wise words of Uncle. Garlic is good for you. Good for the digestion.
Indeed, it is. It's good for your teeth and nails too.
Yep.
Well, garlic is just a miracle herb in general.
Indeed.
Kale could go fuck itself.
Man, fuck sun-dried tomatoes. Thank you, Cobe. I'm glad someone said
I like
it.
some.
I
like
said
tomatoes.
what I said. Yeah.
Oh, we're okay. There's an envelope and he opens it up.
No. Even Master Shake with the Brood Witch. What about the sun-dried tomatoes? Ah, yuck! I took those off.
Okay, well, the recipe I have has it put in a food processor, so it's like part of the sauce. But like, I've had it once on a panini, and it was so fucking hard to bite into. Like, just so sun-dried tomatoes on their own, yeah, they do suck.
Cobe, how dare you? Also, I have gin. Okay, gin is good. I agree, Gemma, but I'm sorry, sun-dried tomatoes.
I have a giant bottle of gin I haven't finished yet.
Based. Okay. Alright. Yeah, let's try and finish this, though. We literally have like 2.5 sentences.
Yeah, we're
to go.
literally right there.
On the outside, we were shipping
Raptor, just try to read normally. We're almost done.
Let him read it how he wants.
Should have been found a small and brief note was written.
Vince, this is your character.
Well, I retrieved the video from the card of your camera. Great job on the capturing. Anyway, here's your payment. Okay, I'll hit you up the next time I need more work.
Bullshit. You clearly got apprehended by the surrounding onlookers, like any normal situation.
Yeah, Taekwondo though.
Raptor, last sentence.
In the envelope was several $1,000 and crumpled in old hundreds. I think I may have to move.
And
so
don't worry about the last word being a link. It's literally just the author's page for
yes,
crap he's written.
I don't understand that.
But that does also give us more material for future streams.
Possibly.
I mean, this isn't really. It's not that good. I think I guess it's just my own subjective tastes in what I would expect from a story like this. I would like to see more of the killer and have him come off as like a mundane, like kind of weird, just a weird kind of guy. Like not even weird, just like a normal dude. To the point where you even start to question, like, is this just really just some prank that this dude is pulling or something like that? Yeah. It's like he's just like fucking with this dude. And he's like, let's okay, we're gonna go here, we're gonna shoot, and like sounding really professional about it, and almost like to the point where you almost start to forget what they're trying to do. And then out of nowhere, he just shoves someone on a track and like seems really like nonplussed about it. And that's where the horror comes in. That this dude is like, you spend a while getting to know a little bit about him, and he seems like a normal person, and then he just like an explosion of violence out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Instead, it's just a guy. I went to a thing, and the guy said, like, "Hey, I don't know. Like, it doesn't feel like it does much with the premise at all."
No, it really doesn't.
So it's basically just I was hired to film a cringe moment. I went to the place where the person told me to go, and the person, he was Redditor with skull kneecaps.
Yeah. Alright, reading some comments real quick. Kay says, my cousin's wife is from Laos and she used pickled ginger in her cooking. I liked it. Nice. Riddler, you stupid. Riddle me this, Batman. Please help me. I smell burnt toast. Oh shit. Past the parcel is how people developed an interest in etching. Cobe, no.
So
at least it's not an interest in sounding. Damn it, Gemma.
No, there was a moment where Riley Coyote did catch the bird. He like ran through like a pipe and he came out shrunk on the other end, and the bird basically just stopped for him. And he held up a sign like, "Okay, smart asses, I caught him. What now?"
Yeah.
Cool.
But wouldn't it be more unsettling because I mean the serial killer himself didn't really have much in the way of a description. But wouldn't it be more unsettling? Again, normal looking guy, and he just walks up to him out of the clear blue. Like he doesn't even tell, like, "Oh, don't worry about it. I'll find you."
Yeah,
And the author didn't describe himself, but
not
he just walks up like, "Oh, hey, you're from yeah, I recognize you."
yeah. But instead it was just like Kmart brand Freddy Krueger. But the skull knee pads? Yeah, can't go out with. Can't forget my knee pads. I might skin my knees.
Did I say pads? I think it just like it added on the sweatpants, right?
I
I
was
went
assumed it was knee
outside.
pads.
I went outside. I met the guy who hired me, and I screamed in horror. The guy who hired me was Battlefield Earth 2
Oh my
in
god.
skull and knee pads and Freddy Krueger claw glove.
I
Cool.
wanted more of the
My
killer
first-
because the voice Vince chose was great. My
I
first
was trying.
experience
I was trying
feeling
to.
of cock.
What?
Jesus, go. My first
you need help with
experience with the
that?
feeling of cock blocking came at a very young age. I was rooting for Wile E. Coyote to catch the Roadrunner, but he never did. I hated that fucking bird.
Didn't-
He was Redditor with Skeleton on the front instead of Rayquaza. But none was his dead girlfriend
get
because
it.
he is Redditor. Don't get what?
I don't get it.
What?
What is Rayquaza?
It was like she's making fun of one of the Pokemon stories. It was like, but instead of Rayquaza on the cartridge, it was Bloody Image.
No, it was. That's a direct reference to like a video that Jill Apocalypse did. when it
Rayquaza doesn't
didn't
even
suck.
sound like a Pokemon.
Well, it was a video making fun of like websites like stuff like Creepypasta and Tumblr and Wattpad.
Yeah. Riddle me this, Batman. Why is it taking so long for my dad to get milk? If he didn't have those fucking skull kneecaps. Pretty suspicion, I think, but probably just something in my eye. Edward Nigma, more like Edward Ligma, am I right? Apostrophe, who is Steve Jobs?
God, honestly, good thing Cricket's not
So-
here right now.
Yeah,
Then we was serial killer and wrote this. What Raptor? What?
so the voice I was trying to do was like the teacher from Beavis and Butthead. Okay, Beavis and Butthead, we're gonna try an exercise. Now I need you two to stand here and film me while I push this girl on the track, okay?
Mike, yes, I do play like some Pokemon games. Anything after Gen 4 is completely lost on me.
Rayquaza
Except
was
for-
Gen 3.
Except for a very few eclectic Pokemon, which include the garbage bag, the ice cream cone, and the keyring.
I like the garbage bag thing. I don't think it's as bad as people made it out to be.
I like Garbodor.
No one likes Trubbish though, and
No.
rightfully so.
But yeah, Rayquaza was the giant green Chinese myth dragon from
Yeah, completely generic thing of genericness.
from Emerald version. Vince, you sound like Woody Allen.
No, because I'm not married to my daughter.
God. Hank, don't ask a rhetorical question about his position. He'll just draw himself as the handsome Wojak with the word yes underneath. Hank!
Mine. I mean 1 and 2.
We
Riddle
just
me this,
devolved
Batman.
so far from like criticize. There's not really much to say about the story, really, is
Yeah,
there?
it was boring.
Yeah.
Riddle me
Again,
this,
interesting
Batman.
premise. It's way too short. I don't know. Like, I know brevity is the soul of wit, but like, you need to. I don't know. It also depends on what you put focus on.
You need to have wit in the first place.
Yeah, and
But-
like it's literally like every other movie that like quote unquote follows around a serial killer, like Creep or what was that other one with the masked guy?
Fuck, I forgot. I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
The Rise of Leslie Vernon.
Yes. Yeah, it's those two. But like it brings nothing. It's boring.
It's called Behind the Mask: The Rise of Leslie Vernon, right?
Yeah.
And that was like I don't know. That was like a very smart deconstruction of the whole genre. Although I would argue that the last portion of it, like when it
Oh no,
becomes
like I
unironic,
liked the movie and I liked Creep too, but like this is clearly trying to cap off on stuff like that and it doesn't add anything and again, makes the mistake of bringing in like real world, like, I guess I shouldn't say trends, but like stuff like 4chan, which just dates it and makes it like. I guess when you bring in stuff like especially 4chan, like you're just trying to sound hip and edgy.
I don't honestly like. I know like where you're going. Like I know what you mean by that, but at the same time, like I don't care if they use 4chan. Like to me, that's just one story. Like if the main structure of the story itself functioned as it like should, I wouldn't even think twice about that. That's just like a one other thing to like basically poke fun at this story for. I'm mostly fixated on the fact that it really doesn't do a lot with the premise it works with. And to me, what will make it work is if they actually inject something resembling a personality to the killer themselves, to where, like, the gratuitous violence that he engages in seems actually shocking to us. Because, like, all intents and purposes, like, even with him, like, wearing what he's wearing, like, I had no reason to doubt that he was going to do what he was going to do.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Like, that's why creep works.
Bring Cricket on so we can make Riddler racist in front of her. Hey, what's the evolution of Rhyhorn? Ride on, Mike. Ride on this dick. Got
him. Funny.
Look, all I'm saying is Gen 1 had chewed bubblegum and a ball as Pokemon. The garbage and the key aren't exactly breaking the norm. Yeah. Say my name. Sigma. You're goddamn right.
I never seen. Wait, is Creep the one with No, I was thinking about something else. I don't know why I was thinking about like a movie that takes place in a subway or something like that. Remember that?
No.
You know what movie I'm talking about, right? I think it was like a British film where it's like this lady going down the subway. It's like a weird claustrophobic thing with like these rat people that they had to fight off.
No idea what you're talking about.
Damn. I know Jacob does because he is alpha chat male god tier douchebag McGillicuddy.
Yeah, whatever you're thinking of has no relation to whatever genre this story was supposed to be in.
I never liked Pokemon, that's fair. Unnecessary garbage. I enjoyed the games, the creep games. Press X to swing X.
If it makes you feel any better, I never liked you, son of a bitch.
Oof.
How dare you?
Ta-da.
How dare you disrespect my way of life?
Hey!
No, great. It's Gemma.
Jump scare.
It was loud. It was, yeah. Hi.
Too loud.
Hello.
Hello.
Why are you here? Get out.
Because I've.
She wants to sit at our lunch table.
Well, yeah.
Get out of here, nerd.
I was invited.
Yeah.
Without my permission. This is my channel now.
If she was invited, unlike some of you, Kenzie.
I can leave.
I know.
The woman quote.
You want me to?
Sorry, Kenzie.
Hello.
Also here.
Yes, hello, Co.
Hi, Co.
Yeah, it's old.
Did you miss me?
Yes.
Oh.
But I'm working on my aim, don't worry. I can't believe you laughed at my, not funny at all dad joke. How dare you?
Kay says, Gemma, you have such a lovely voice. Okay, I'm going back 2 years now, but Kay, did you just compliment that female? You a simp!
I have
Simp.
Manny, I hate to piss in your cornflakes, but Kay is also a female.
Oh, women can be
no
simps.
That doesn't make the compliments okay.
You can be a thought and a simp at the same time. How's about that?
Destiny!
Anyway, hello, guys.
I really want to see a situation where it's like some guy just like, oh, you got nice shoes. Like, what are you, a fucking simp?
It actually got like that at my old job. So there were very few women working there, but like one of them in particular was very in on the joke. So like even if one of us like tried to help her, she was like carrying a heavy box or something, she'd be like, "What are you, some kind of fucking simp?" So like I think what happened is like when I was getting ready to quit, like I handed in my notice, I was working my notice. I was helping train the new girl. That was being really helpful. And then they're like it was in an escape room, so there was like a fake prison cell. And they put me in the prison cell and then popped out the area where like there's like a jump scare, and they all stood there and yelled the word simp at me.
Simping, are you?
Simping, are you?
Is that where that video was taken?
Yes, yeah.
Oh, that's great.
Kay says if simping for Gemma is wrong, I don't want to be right.
To be fair, what Vince said earlier on in the stream, I'm an honorary man because of my Scottishness. So I don't think she really was complimenting a female. I'm just saying.
And
Mr.
here we see Bagel doing his best Mike Tyson impression. A thimp.
Hello, Mr. Shadier. Glad you could join us. Hey, what's going on? You missed a poop story and a sad serial killer story.
Yeah, I was really confused by that, and I'm sorry, Vince, but I will say this: you sounded aggressively Caucasian.
Thank you. That's the character from Beavis and. Am I the only one that even remembers Beavis and Butthead anymore?
I
Of
remember.
course not.
I love that show so much.
Yeah.
It just doesn't give a fuck.
I used to have the Mega Drive game for Beavis and Butthead somewhere. Like I used to play it around at my cousin's house, and then
I'm so sorry.
yeah.
Guar
But
is
we also
cool.
played this one that had like the Boogeyman or the Booger Man. It was like it was a sentient bogey.
Oh
but it
yeah, there was like one with the fucking. They had a Kickstarter to bring that back, and it flopped.
Yep.
Oh my god! I'm not surprised.
Because believe it or not, I don't know. I heard people like compliment like Booger Man for years, and like, oh, that was a fun Mega Drive game, but I believe it or not, '90s humor won't age well in like other places outside of the '90s.
I'm sure it was pretty good, but it's not like spend fucking $100 on Kickstarter good. Speaking of Kickstarter, I saw James Nguyen on there. He's kickstarting Birdemic 3, and there are spelling and grammar errors in his little paragraph on Kickstarter.
He's a non-American.
Bye bye birdies.
No, it's called Birdemic 3 Sea Eagle. Sea Eagle.
He gets on my fucking nerves because I hate it when fucking when they start leaning into that image. You just ruined it for the rest of us. How dare you?
The thing with James is that he's still sincere. He's still trying to make good movies. He never went like Tommy Wiseau, like, I always meant for it to be a comedy. Like James Nguyen's like, I want to make a good movie, good Hollywood movie.
He wants to make an Alfred Hitchcock movie.
From good romantic thriller, you know.
Tommy Wiseau is like living proof. You can be a gigantic asshole, but if you can make people laugh while doing it, you can get away with anything.
See, the thing I think about with Tommy Wiseau when comparing to someone like Neil Breen is that in some ways I would want to protect Tommy Wiseau, but Neil Breen seems like the kind of guy that I'd be frightened of and that I'd see on the news.
Yeah.
See, I don't feel that way. Like when I read Disaster Artist, I will still say to this day that I think Greg Sestero has like some sort of Stockholm syndrome.
Yeah.
The fact they're even still friends is like awesome.
One of the most interesting moments for me in that book was him thinking that Tommy's like really getting himself together because he's like hearing about his acting class and then visiting him randomly and seeing like Tommy's basically like in the most depressed he's ever seen him. Like, damn. Because Tommy Wiseau is like one of those guys that he keeps his past very close to his chest. He does not like talking about it. And so
because he's Stevie Cooper.
Yeah, he is Stevie.
It's Stevie Cooper. That's great. That's awesome. That's my headcanon now. That's what the fucking from that movie. It makes sense now. That's why his accent doesn't seem real, because he's putting on a character.
Manny, he called Ryan and Shane. We solved the case.
Call the FBI! We cracked it!
Also,
Tommy
somehow
was
me
goes on his deathbed.
somehow
Greg is the only one
me-
there. He whispers at him, tells him to come closer.
Somehow
me and Mike made the same joke at the same time.
Yes.
Well, with DB Cooper, like, they didn't know where he was from. And then, like, Tommy Wiseau spent most of his life going, oh yeah, I'm from, like, Colorado, guys. I totally am from, like, Colorado.
I'm American.
Louisiana, that's it. It was another
American
place
with
in
an
time.
accent.
Aren't they great American? He's like
Maybe Tommy is vampire, but I don't know.
Vitaly Versace. Like I don't know if you guys know Vitaly Versace, but he's the guy that made Born
Oh
into
my
Mafia.
god.
Yeah.
And he's just like, I got to America and make American movie. This is my dream to make great American movie. And he's made I've seen 6 of his films, and each one of the 6 is like a top 20 worst movies ever made.
Also, just so you know about Vitaly Versace, me and him are friends on Facebook.
What?
What?
I am friends on Facebook with the guy who made The Last Vampire on Earth, Born into Mafia, and The Jungle Book, which is all about a little kid with cancer.
Yes, Jungle Book, Make-A-Wish.
Yeah, Make-A-Wish Foundation.
And Mowgli dies of fucking leukemia.
Yep, that's what happened.
I'm sorry. Repeat yourself?
I mean, I'm just floored that we're in the presence of Gemma, who is just busy rubbing shoulders with some of the best in the business.
So Gemma is the absolute worst person when it comes to networking, because she knows so many famous people and they're all garbage.
Yeah, well, I'm friends.
Hey,
Here's who I'm friends with on Facebook, right? I'm friends with Adam Drucker, who's also known
Gemma,
as Ghost
I'm
One.
pretty sure you're friends with Chris Bores on social media.
I am.
hey, no. You don't get to say. Hey, listen right here, boyo. Have you read award-winning book, The Last Vampire Earth? Have you ever written something of that high quality? No, you haven't. Okay, and then you have that produced into a movie. So you put some respect on my boy,
Oi!
Versace.
Oi! Gracie.
So here's another thing. Yes, I'm friends with Dose One, who's a rapper. I'm also friends with on Facebook Julie Cruz, the person who does the soundtrack to Twin Peaks.
Yeah, I was about to say, holy shit.
And I'm also friends with Yoni Wolf's brother Josiah, who's
and Tim Haywood.
and Tim Haywood as well. Yeah, he wants to make music for for my movies, and then also Vitaly Versace and Chris Bores.
Goddamn female privilege.
I don't know how it happened, but it did.
I want to live your life, Gemma.
Was Gemma the source of the ghost fudge?
I'm just imagining like James DeWin just contacts you. It's like, hey, I want you to be in my movie too.
Didn't he do a movie, was a documentary about the man without a face?
What?
He did some sort of documentary recently that after he did Birdemic 2, where he was he did a movie about a man who doesn't have a face, or something to do with a man's face.
You see how I have a face.
Yeah. Okay, wait. Okay, I'm going to get this image that Raptor just shared on the screen right now.
Okay.
And I'm going to be reading it out.
Oh no. So yeah, in Tommy Wiseau's on his deathbed, Greg is the only one present. He tells him to come closer. No closer. And I'm borrowing a joke from Shane here. I am Phantom of the Sky. And he dies.
No, actually, this is his bridge. That's the thing.
Yeah. Yeah, he owns the bridge now.
Yes.
So what would be more plausible, that Tommy Wiseau's DB Cooper or Ted Cruz is the Zodiac Killer?
Okay.
I'd say Tommy Wiseau being DB Cooper, because Ted Cruz, I mean, he could be the Zodiac Killer, but there's not a lot of evidence.
All I'm
right.
saying is, have you ever seen the Zodiac Killer and Ted Cruz in the same room together.
Yes.
All right, so DB Dan Cooper hijacked a plane in the 1970s. On landing, demanded money and parachutes, jumped from the plane mid-flight, and was never found. Tommy Johnny Wiseau wrote, directed, and starred in The Room, a film widely hailed as the Citizen Kane of bad movies. Cooper vanished mysteriously with a large amount of money. Wiseau appeared mysteriously with a large amount of money. Cooper, real age and name unknown. Wiseau, colleague says he's much older than he claims. Cooper, ambiguous, possibly affected speaking style, negotiable American currency. Wiseau, ambiguous, possibly affected speaking style. You're tearing me apart, Lisa! Cooper, fate unknown. Wiseau, background unknown. This is the dumbest theory I've ever heard, but it explains everything.
Manny,
So
Manny,
essentially,
Manny.
what you're telling me is that I need to find Tommy Wiseau on Facebook and then ask him if
Manny, I've connected the two dots.
So, at what point does Tommy Wiseau fight Bigfoot in front of a bunch of naked men?
What dots, Kenzie?
No, it's the I've connected the two dots. You didn't connect shit. I've connected them.
We've gone from point Z to point 2.
Honestly, I'm kind of like freaking out right now about this Wiseau Cooper thing. Like, oh my god.
so it
That would
sounds so
explain
plausible,
why.
yet so real.
It could also explain why Tommy Wiseau's face is in the look. I don't think I'm saying anything too controversial here. Seriously fucked up.
Why it looks like a melted candle.
Yeah,
I know
either
somebody who has met Tommy Wiseau.
Oh?
Well, what was he like?
So apparently, like, he was like, "Oh, I really love your movie," and he was like, "Thank you, man. Thank you very much, man." And then he's like, "Oh, I make movies too," and he's like, "Oh, wow, you make movies too? That's amazing, man." And that's like that kind of thing. It's just like I think he went to go see like The Room in like London or something like that, where he was just there, and he was just like, "Oh, you got really red hair, man."
okay.
All right.
New theory. Tommy Wiseau is constantly on Quaaludes.
Your theory, Tommy Wiseau is just a mentally ill man who made a movie.
Enjoy dinner, Kay. Thanks for stopping by.
Bye, Kay.
I hope you had fun despite the pee-pee poo-poo story.
Kind of reminds
Okay,
me
I hope
of,
you're doing better. I hope we brought you some joy.
I
It
did.
kind of the situation. Kind of, sorry, go on.
So I was gonna say, like, glug glug glug. The thing that made me laugh about that was because I remember like being a kid, and I was like, you know, sharing a car with like my cousins, and then my uncle would try and like, you know, keep us occupied while we were like waiting for food or something. And he would always be like, "All right, so what different sounds do animals make?" And I think at one point when I was about 8 or 9 years old, decided to say, well, they were like, he said, "What sound does a fish make?" And I just went, "Glug glug glug." and
then he beat you.
and yeah, and then he beat me. Yeah. I've never been able to live it down.
That reminds me of I like to when my sister and my mom were like in the same car and like she was driving somewhere. My mom looked out the window and like they were passing by a graveyard, and she turned to my sister and said, "So and so, how many people in that graveyard are dead?" And so like and she was like counting the headstones, and my mom just interrupted her like, "All of them. It's a graveyard."
And Gemma, what you didn't realize is the sound of your voice as a child saying glug 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 traveled not only into the future, but into an alternate reality where that story actually happened. And this guy's tried to call the police, and he just hears some little Scottish girl going, glug glug glug, ah.
So yes, actually, what you're doing is you're talking to a fish.
You're talking to Aquaman.
And somehow he just knows that means he's gonna drown in this bathroom.
Wait.
talking to Jason like you like you happen.
Wait, he's talking to Kanye to Kanye West.
I'm not. I think like I thought little of you before, and then you do that to me.
No. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. You're right. He's not Aquaman. He knows Aquaman. He has hung out with Aquaman, but he is now a recovered gay fish.
They're talking to Jason Momoa, who's trying to get into character. Like, okay, I'm gonna nail this. Like, I just met Jason Momoa to get into character for Aquaman. Just like brings a glass of water and like, oh, okay, I'm gonna do my lines.
Talking to Jason Samosa. Tommy is sleepwalking through life.
Tommy's on autopilot.
Bioman just
Did you
says
know that-
glug 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 in Scottish.
Did you guys know that Jason Momoa is Samoan? I bet you didn't know.
Samosa.
Yeah.
He held it so close to his chest. He was very candid. He wasn't candid at all about the fact that he was Samoan.
I didn't know in.
I hate you with every fucking tired muscle in my goddamn body. If
Once
I were
again.
your president you right now, I would drown you in the bathtub
Once again,
and throw a toaster in there.
You cannot hate me as much as I hate myself. Checkmate.
Again, you don't know me very well if you don't know how much I can hate someone.
Jason Samoa versus Chris Pine.
So what did you think of the second story, Gemma? Wasn't it titillating? Did it tickle your tummy, tickle your prostate? Was it that great?
It made me feel confused.
Sexually?
And I was thinking of a lot of things I could have said in the chat, but I didn't because I thought that's way too mean.
Say it.
But tell us.
It involved Reddit, didn't it?
Yeah, a lot of that, and a lot of things I was like, oh, Chris Chan and track marks. I mean...
Chris track marks?
I was going to say, like, that's how he'd end up dead in prison, but yes.
Jesus Christ, Gemma.
Who gives a fuck anymore?
I mean, I don't, but just damn.
I don't mean that, like, I hope something happens in a way. I mean in the sense that, as far as I'm concerned, like, this is how it ends. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That chapter is closed for the internet, and people need to live with it. It sucks.
Exactly.
The happy end is, like, Chris Chan finally understands how to lean into the image that they've cultivated for themselves, and, like, makes a living selling drawings to people.
Yeah, and the thing is, like,
we lost all hope for that. You know, I feel like the public all made their mind about Chris Chan. He raped his mum.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. That we're living in the bad timeline where that's where we are right now. So at this point, is to be fair, it's not even my fucking business.
Yeah.
But it's like I don't care anymore.
Well, I see people say, like, well, we still have the trial. It's like, the trial is a long way off. And I've also seen people say that seems suspicious. No, a trial being a long way off, that is perfectly normal.
Thing is, I will say this. I, for some reason, know somebody who's from Ruckersville, Virginia.
Uh-huh.
Go continue.
Yeah. I'm not going to say who it is, but I know somebody there, and they posted up, like, pictures, and I was just like...
Look.
Yes, I know Barb, that's it. Yeah. No, there's somebody that, and they're like, oh yeah, we're like in Charlottesville and Ruckersville, and I was like, this is way too close to home for me.
Okay,
Please stop posting on Facebook.
You are really bad at hiding this. Look, I know you're talking about Matt with his deep Virginian accent, okay?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
That's silly, Gemma. Surely the other prisoners will murder Chris. Jesus Christ.
It feels weird that this is the direction that things have gone, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
This is one of the most based and cursed streams we've had.
So, one of the things, like, regarding, like, the Gino Samuel sort of, like, documentaries, like, I think Cobe and I have been watching that documentary for, like, the past, like, maybe 2-3 years, and it's just got to the point now where it's just like, yeah, we're still maybe only in 2018 in regards to the documentary, but we know what's going to fucking happen now.
Yeah, and I'll never forget when you were watching the one new installment of that, and you just text me in all caps, "Why is he dancing with a sex doll and taking it to a restaurant, Chad? Why?"
Yeah, it was.
Why, Chad? Why?
I think that might have. I don't know. I'm thinking it might be the cake farts episode.
Yeah.
What?
Shut up, Kenzie.
No, Kenzie, you will hate chocolate cake for the rest of your life.
I just wanted to make sure I didn't hear that wrong.
Shut
It
up,
was,
Kenzie.
I did say cake farts.
Oh god.
Okay, like you know
I'm
how
sad now. My night
you know how 1-year-olds
my night is ruined.
you know how 1-year-olds get their smash cakes?
Manny,
It's that only
Manny,
like a
please
40-year-old
stop.
using his rear.
Manny, I will just be your best friend forever if you just fucking stop.
My best friend? Okay, so he pulls down his pants.
Manny, I beg you to stop.
I'm glad that amused someone.
I'm laughing, but it also sounds like I'm crying.
Cam says the what episode?
No, we're not. So scary stories to tell in the dark.
Yeah, believe it or not, yeah, like the story of Chris Chan is really fucked up, and it doesn't have an happy ending. Live with it.
It really doesn't.
No.
And it's weird to say this, but I don't know. Like,
I'm laughing.
I don't even know where to what to say about it. Because again, like as
Do you
much
have
as
anything to say about it? No, you don't. No.
it's a bad Chris was not a saint by any stretch of the imagination. Like, there's so much that could have gone through with their life to fucking not to prevent this from happening. You know.
Yeah.
I really did feel sorry for them in the Blue Spike sort of saga.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck Blue Spike just in general.
Yeah.
But
Can you imagine what life would be like for Chris Chan if they never discovered the internet?
I did.
No, honestly, I can't.
hopefully
Like, it's
better.
literally impossible.
Hopefully better. I really do.
Hope maybe he could just be a nice, normal serial killer.
God.
You had us in
So-
the beginning, Vince.
So anyway, scary stories to tell in the dark.
It wasn't. Yeah, the second story sucked, and the first story was terrible.
So I did find something that I sent to Chad a couple of weeks ago. That was let me see. It was called. It was from Quotev, and it was called "If I Met the Creepypastas."
Yeah.
Fucking
I did
excuse me.
What?
Yeah,
What?
yeah. But I did find it, and it's like a story about how if you met the creepypastas.
They're not.
Gemma,
Tree.
please. No, please.
Look,
Please.
Gemma,
Wait, no, wait. I know what Cobb's going to say.
I know.
Pasta comes from paste, as in block of text.
Yeah.
That's not a person. What the fuck is wrong with people?
I don't know, but it was. Can I say it was at least partially Mike's fault?
Yes.
Mike! Mike, Nicole, you get in here.
Catch me in the parking lot, pussy.
It was just because I think we were looking at something, and then I was like searching, and I was like, wait. I didn't even have to search for very long. I think it was like in the recommended, and I was like, hey Chad, have a look at this.
Yeah.
Mike, get in
Yeah.
here. We have some words.
No. That reminds me. We need to read that one and the one that Cam found.
Cam?
We'll be reading that next week.
Yes.
Oh, phew.
Yeah, no, we have our regularly scheduled programming tonight. Next week, though.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Sorry.
So fucking funny.
What?
Cope just sent me a very funny meme.
It's a meme, therefore you're wrong.
Uh-huh.
Stop it!
No, I don't want to.
Okay,
what the
Gemma,
fuck is he sending you?
share the meme.
It must be
Um,
bad if it's offending Gemma's sensibilities.
Kids, you can't pass notes without sharing them with the class.
Hope send them me. Or send them to me.
Put it in chat, you fucking
yes,
coward.
Yeah, send them to Chad. Yeah,
Okay.
Chad can look at
Do
them.
it, pussy. You won't. Do it, pussy.
I am no pussy, thank you. Thank you.
Jesus Christ!
I want to see.
Put them in chat.
I want to see.
I'm going
Kenzie, do you remember the last time that I said that you were like, please send this thing, and I was like, are you sure?
Who, me?
No, I'm talking to Kenzie.
I'm about
Yeah,
to say, because
me.
I don't fucking remember.
Look,
The only time I
cannot
can remember doing
deny
that.
my sick curiosity. I know it gets me into trouble most of the time, but
Remember,
the
it got
rope.
you in trouble, and remember we had to rope Cam and Mike into it.
Look, that I'll take. Oh, well, no, I didn't take responsibility from that, but they were. They wanted to know too.
Yeah, and remember how bad that went. Like,
I think
Look.
the only time I've ever been offended by something that someone sent me was that stupid fucking thing from Doctor Who.
what thing?
The absorption alien or whatever it's called.
Bye,
yeah.
Bioman. Thanks for coming.
That thing
Slayer
grossed me the
Bio.
fuck out.
Yeah,
Because it was obviously like someone's fetish thing that they decided to put in the Doctor Who episode.
it's
Yeah, that
also
was like that was a little kid because I remember like watching like the behind the scenes of that episode when it aired, and it was just some little kid who drew that character, and it ended up being in it. Cat, are you alright?
yes.
Oh god, there's another one. Hang on.
Ugh.
What
Oh,
the
my
fuck?
One more.
What the? Wait.
Oh
What?
god, there's more.
What? What? Oh, hold, what?
Oh. Oh. Oh.
Yeah, Cam, I'll pass it your way.
What the? What's with the second? I don't get the second meme at all.
Honestly,
I'm sorry, Kobe. You peaked with the first meme, and it was all downhill from there.
That's a good one, chum.
yeah, I like that.
And okay,
This one.
let's get to reading though, because this is still going to be on my channel, and people are going to have no idea what's going on.
Okay, so what?
Hang on, just one
are
more,
you-
please.
Are you still reading the filming a serial killer's video diary thing?
No, we finished that.
No, we're reading Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark.
All right.
If you scroll up, Kenzie shared the link.
Let me
Huh?
see.
You fucking bitch! You got me at my throat hurting.
I'm sorry, Manny, one more time.
What?
Wait, you told me to scroll up for what?
No, I said Gemma can scroll up because you shared the link.
Oh, okay. I thought you were
There we
telling
go.
me to do something.
That stupid idiot.
There we go. I think this works.
Okay.
So, do you want to read as well? What? Do you want to read Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark too? No? No? Okay. But you're here. Fine.
Jacob's a coward. That's why he won't read it.
Okay, so we are one page away from the funny sex number. We are on 68 on the story The Attic.
Well, first, here, let me just do the introduction to the section. This chapter has the same title as the first chapter, but the stories in the first chapter are meant to scare you. The ones in this chapter are meant to make you laugh.
Okay.
I'll be the judge of that.
Wait, so no, we're on the Viper.
We're not reading that
Why?
because it's a stupid old 5-year-old story.
The Viper, Randy Orton.
I am the Viper.
Oh, come on, it's so stupid, though.
Yeah, no, it's literally I am the Viper, I come to wipe your windows.
Oh, I was about to make that joke too.
Viper, no viping.
I'm the Viper. I cannot vibe my ass.
God damn it! I'm upset at myself.
As you
Yeah.
should be.
All right, you know what? We'll read the Viper just because I told Kenzie more and more about the cake farts thing.
So where are? Oh, right here. Okay. Oh, what's this dude?
Is that how
Oh,
you're
this-
making it up to me?
I'm going to make you think it's making it up to you, and then just tell you about something else traumatizing later.
Oh, wait, did this story come before the fucking like Animaniacs episode, like where this was the punchline?
Yeah, this has
Maybe.
been a story
Yep.
since like the 70s.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
I did
like
not
the
know.
last chapter was comprised of ones that have been around for a while.
Cool.
You guys really need to listen to the song by George Formby, When I'm Cleaning Windows.
Yeah.
I love that song so much. It's weirdly dirty too.
It is. Why, Cove, are you showing me a picture?
Don't explain what it is.
Why are you showing me that? It's amazing,
We need to know what it is.
but I hate it at the same time.
Put it on the screen.
I'm just Cole
Yes,
like
Cole.
writing like a little kid,
And you
right?
gotta put
Like
it on the
passing
screen and read
notes.
the caption.
Cobe, I
Send
love
it-
your profile picture.
Herb, I love your profile shots.
I do love that Rudy thinks that I look like Jonathan Riker at the moment because of my
Yeah.
profile picture on like Discord. You look like Will Riker, yeah. Jonathan Riker.
Jonathan Riker. But wait,
Yes, you do. Josh
Wait.
Whedon. You look like Josh Whedon. Thank you.
wait. Cobe, tell us, who does Rudy think Gemma looks like?
Apparently, Jonathan Riker.
You know who I mean? It's Jonathan Frakes.
No, I thought you were.
Riker.
I wanted
I
you to
was
say
gonna-
the Riker thing.
I was gonna yell, but it's like the dead of night.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm
Right.
sick of your cowardice.
Also, I'm kind of off my face.
Excellent.
What's more important, the peace and quiet of your neighbors or your internet friends being mildly amused?
Oh yeah, Gemma, you were saying the neighbor was annoying the fuck out of you all day.
Yeah, they were like she was being so loud all day. It was really annoying. They're just like banging. But then I apparently said to Chad that I said she was hanging.
I literally like choked on my food for a second. It's like,
So,
Jesus
wait.
Christ,
Emma, why aren't you calling the police?
that got dark quick.
You said she was banging, so she was just upstairs, like vigorously fucking all night.
No, she's like 78. But I said
That doesn't
accidentally
mean a damn
hanging
thing.
instead of banging.
Uh,
Cobe, can I please get past? Thank you.
can we just?
What's the first riddle?
What is 50 and 30?
I don't think I should say this on a live broadcast, but thank you.
All right, let's just get reading the story.
The Viper, yeah?
A widow lived alone on the top floor of an apartment house. One morning, her telephone rang.
Hello.
She said.
What's up, the Viper?
A man said.
I'm coming up.
Somebody's fooling around. Giggity.
She thought, and hung up. A half hour later, the telephone rang again. It was the same man,
It's the Viper.
he said.
I'll be up soon.
The thought didn't know what to think, but she was getting frightened. Once more, the telephone rang. Again, it was the Viper.
I'm coming up now.
He said. He also said, I donated money to you on your stream. Why aren't you dating me yet? She quickly called the police. They said they would be right over. When the doorbell rang, she sighed with relief.
They are here.
She thought. But when she opened the door, there stood a little old man with a bucket and a cloth.
I am the Viper.
he said.
I wish to wash and wipe your windows.
Then he hit her with an
I
RKO.
get it.
Wah 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 wah.
You laugh.
Joke's on you. I'm not the Viper. I'm a murderer. I have a gun. Please give me your money, please. I'm desperate for money, please. Just
Ma'am,
give me-
this is a robbery.
Cobb says, to whom it may concern, these nuts hang.
Is it, what if it's like she was like interpreting it literally like, I am the Viper, I'm here to kill you. Like, oh, thank God, I thought you were a snake.
I
So
get
you
it.
monsters, fly with me.
Viper, no viping. Viper gonna do what a Viper gonna do. Alright, now we are on the attic.
I'll take this
Alright.
one. I like this one.
Can I read some of it?
Yeah. Here, I'll take 3. You take 3.
Cool.
Okay, so
you can
like,
start it, 'cause
let's
I
be
wanna
clear.
do the
Okay,
ending.
Gemma, you can read 3 words, and you just Kenzie read 3 paragraphs. I think that's fair.
Oh, yeah, okay.
No, Gemma,
I'm
you
not-
see, this is when you have to pull the whole, like, Kenzie will be like, okay, that's 1 for me, and 1 for you, 1 for me. 2 for you, and 1, 2 for me. 3 for you, and 1, 2, 3 for me.
So I'll read the first 3 paragraphs and then
Yeah.
yeah. So a man named Rupert lived with his dog in a house deep within the woods. Rupert was a hunter and I was about to say rapper, but I'm sorry.
My name is Rupert, and I'm here to say I'm the greatest hunter in the USA.
This is
Rupert.
fucking Snoop Dogg living in the woods after his tax returns. The thing from the IRS.
He was a hunter and a trapper. The dog was a big German Shepherd named Sam. Rupert had raised Sam from a pup. Almost
Awesome.
every morning, Rupert went hunting, and Sam stayed behind and guarded the house. One morning, as Rupert was checking his traps, he's Fred Jones.
I knew that was coming.
He
I
got
was
the
gonna go
feeling
for it. He was just like staring at himself in the mirror, like, oh, look at these traps I got.
that something was wrong at home. He hurried back as fast as he could. When he got there, he found that Sam was missing.
Well,
He
he
searched the
was a German Shepherd. He found him out back, stepping very oddly with one paw in the air.
He searched the house and the woods nearby, but Sam was nowhere to be seen. He called and he called, but the dog did not answer, because he spoke German. For days, Rupert looked for Sam, but he could not find any trace of him.
Finally, he gave up and went back to work. But one morning, he heard something moving in the attic. He picked up his gun. Then he thought,
I'd better be quiet about this.
so he took off his boots. Doge comes in with a bat. And in his bare feet,
Doge.
Doge slowly creeping in behind him. He began to climb the attic stairs. He slowly took one step, then another, until at last he reached the attic door. He stood outside listening, but he didn't hear a thing. Then he opened the door and...
Wir brauchen now the Deutschland.
That's racist.
Oh.
What have the Germans done to deserve this?
Why
So,
did
guys-
Rupert scream?
You'd scream too if you stepped on a nail in your bare feet. Oh!
Okay,
But tis boing sound effect.
No. Kenzie,
Tis warp
you
sound
were
effect.
like, oh, we gotta read this one. I love this one. All for that build. You know what? You're getting something much worse than cake farts later.
Look, I
Well-
like this one has a good childhood memory.
I thought that it was gonna like do something with the fact that the dog was missing.
Copta says, hold up. Feet? Viper.
Jared
gives me
Bogle
that
entered the
to read.
conversation. Dan
So the
Schneider. I
next
also
one
went to
totally
the
sounds like a
conversation.
euphemism.
And he got on the floor. Ha ha hee hee, I'm funny. Buried
I'm a funny. I'm
treasure.
I'm
Can I
funny.
read
I'm
the-
a funny guy.
Can I read the? You kind of need for those watching. You kind of need to like. Do you have like a screen share so they can see? Because it's kind of like images accompanying them. So I don't know.
Screen share makes my internet go bad.
Yeah.
I really like these illustrations.
German in a Scottish accent. Let's go. Guess you could say he got nailed. Nice one, Bagel.
Deutschland über alles. Deutschland. There we go.
I really hope Gemma's not like singing like some Nazi national anthem.
I did sing part of the German national anthem.
See, the
Is
problem
there
is,
a difference?
I would do a
No.
German accent, but every time I think of Germans, I just think of the Rockbiter from Neverending Story, and I kind of get the two confused in my head. So
To be fair, like Chad, like you were there earlier on. I decided to like mimic like Rudy's accent, which is not German per se, but Swiss German. By reading the back of my Death Note thing.
Yes. That was great. America. No, guys, it's absolutely necessary that we measure distance in feet.
Measure.
Bagel, go to pun jail.
I already did that.
Wasn't paying attention.
I know.
Like, what did we say? I'm not in the room with him.
Guess you can say he got nailed.
Yeah.
Oh, can I read the next story? I like this one.
Yes.
This one sounds like a euphemism.
Which story is this?
This is the slithery D.
The Slithery Tea.
AKA another Manny. It's another way to say tricky dick.
Slithery
damn it.
Tea. Which
wait.
page is it?
70. But real quick, Bagel has the best national anthem to sing.
Okay.
Fire Lord, my flame burns for thee.
Go back to the Fire Nation.
Boo! Boo, Fire Nation man!
I zoned out. What were everyone talking about?
Your mom.
I'll kill you.
The slippery D.
Oh, you said slippery. It is slithery.
No, Cobe said that.
Oh.
Slithery D.
Slithery.
The slithery D. I mean,
Greasy-
I've never had a woman call it slithery before.
Greasy cock. That's the joke.
Maybe I could slither in. Harry Potter reference. I want to die.
Go to unforgivable jail.
No, they're getting violent in the last.
It's okay, Jim.
Does
I'm
it-
already there.
Does it help that I want to die?
Yes.
I wanna die.
Flavio. Oh, and as Cobe said, the boulder is over his conflicted feelings.
I have nothing against Harry Potter or Harry Potter fans, except for when you're an adult constantly talking about Harry Potter, in which case I think something's wrong with you.
I can't decide whether I hate Harry Potter adults or Disney adults more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Harry
Both-
Potter
both are
adults,
bad.
definitely.
I
Because
don't-
they're
I don't
still
know.
like... Because they're
I
like
don't-
adult humans, and they're like, I'm in Hufflepuff House.
At least
I
Disney
don't
adults
know.
keep to themselves.
Disney adults, though, they, for some reason, and I like this movie. I enjoyed Encanto, but
Yeah.
fucking hell, their obsession with Encanto was incredibly cringy.
It
People are
is.
obsessed
Yeah.
with that
I'm like-
film.
And also, I know I bring it up every time someone mentions this movie, but that fucking kid on Twitter, I miss this era of Encanto memes. It wasn't even out for 3 months when you posted that.
And the meme wasn't even funny.
So-
it,
So what
it wasn't
about
a funny meme.
That era?
so what about I don't know? Would you rank them worse than Star Wars adults?
Star Wars
Yes.
adults, at least, like, for the most part, are about the age that you sort of like understand. But like Star Wars is pretty cringy, but it is consumed.
It's consumed. You get excited.
Yeah.
Cobe,
Yeah.
you are not a Hufflepuff. You are 37 years old and refuse to exercise.
Yes. And yeah, Najee, to put it this way, at least the Star Wars adults don't say, okay, you see, Hitler was like Voldemort. The Allies were like Gryffindor.
Yeah. In modern day,
Although, to be
like
fair, I have seen someone say that Trump was the Trump was the Death Star, and that Biden was the.
yeah, it's they do that shit a lot. It's like it's just a part of consumer culture, like, and I don't know.
I was watching the Nostalgia Critic, and I said, "No, Joe, shut up, Joe."
Gar, the great Linkara.
Oh, yeah, but,
The great Power Rangers ran, and great work ethic.
I love how Zach doesn't really get the voices right, but he always gets the perfect inflection on when he's doing impressions.
So the Slithery D, right?
Like,
yeah, but real quick, Cobb's one comment. How about you slither into an employment line? Oh, and
I get it.
I'm so sorry. Cam says, I miss the era of Encanto. I heard it on the radio yesterday. Jesus Christ.
What does it mean? That came out like a few months ago.
It's 4 months
everyone's
now.
obsessed with this, everyone's obsessed with this, Turning Red show, or film that's came out.
Looks boring.
I did enjoy Encanto for the most part, and the songs are pretty decent, but it's not the pinnacle of cinema.
Fucking subtitles on though, because I couldn't understand their accents, and now I realise
That's
genuinely.
racist.
No, it's not, because I realise this is how Americans feel when they watch something from the North or Scotland. Do you know what I mean? Because to the English, it's like, what? You can't understand Scottish? Fuck off. They sound, they're just speaking English with an accent. But obviously, being English, I don't interact with a ton of people from South America. So I saw that and I was like, what the fuck are any of them saying?
The only reason I understood, to be fair, the only reason I understood was because when I lived in Brazil for a little bit, I knew a bunch of people that were from Colombia, Venezuela, and I did just hang out with John Leguizamo. It was just that thing happening constantly, and he just kept telling me about this movie Street Hunter that he was in with fucking Red Brown, and that was it. He just was like,
"Hey, that's a legit good movie."
I'm just
Street Hunter is a great movie.
I'm just imagining Kobe going on going on a Kobe Covington style rant. Oh, Brazil, you're dumb. All you filthy animals suck.
But the thing is, I just whenever a Brazilian speaks to me, I'm just like, oh, hola, eu entendi mais no que falo. Hala, oh, que linda, oh, muito obrigada.
Gemma, why?
Are we reading something?
Like a tiny handbag rich person dog. Why are you?
Because that's how they fucking sound, okay?
Okay, Rich Evans. What? They talk that way.
So the Slithery D, right?
Okay.
The tricky dick.
Really?
Michael Johnson, he had AIDS.
Okay, everyone slow down. What is supposed to be happening right now?
One last comment, and then we'll read the story. I agree with Bagel here, as he says, shit that really pisses me off is when there's real stories of a baby found alive when a family dies, and then people go, oh my god, it's just like Harry Potter.
If you have self-respect right now, if you have ever done that, anyone listening right now, unironically, I want you to, if you have any self-respect, go to the nearest toilet and try to drown yourself, because you're a piece of shit and you need to be flushed down. Drown yourself.
Gemma, I'll just let you read Cam's comment.
What's Cam's comment? I can't see it.
I'm sorry, Gemma, I don't speak burrito.
Hey, it may be burrito, but I know what it means, though.
Alright, the Slithery D. Go ahead, Raptor, take it away.
The Slithery D came out of the sea. He ate all the others, but he didn't eat me.
Oh, that actually got kind of dark.
This lizardy, he came out of the sea. He ate all the others, but he didn't.
He didn't eat SLURP. Please stop that.
This image
Okay.
beneath it. This is I
Um,
like. This is awesome.
so Raptor, as someone with misophonia, I really wanted to kill you right then.
Same.
I'm sorry. I just thought that would for the story.
How
That
the
was-
dead man danced.
That
Use-
was some ASMR shit right
I'm just
there.
gonna.
Like you saw, I don't know.
So
Like I'm biased. You saw how angry I got when when we were doing those Junji Ito streams and like Kenzie had to do the baby voice and like I got genuinely annoyed.
But wait, I
By
didn't
the
mean.
way-
I didn't mean like.
did anyone read The Haunting Hour by R.L. Stein?
No, what's it
No.
about?
So I have like the book that I read when I was a kid. Basically, like instead of Goosebumps, he decided to write like just little short stories that he had called The Haunting Hour. And there's some really decent ones in there. Like one in particular, there's like maybe like 2 or 3 in particular that I would like love to read on the channel at some point. And I'll send it to you if I can actually get hold of it, like on my Audible account.
I love that.
Or like I've also got it on like but yeah, no, I'd like to read it at some point because I think they're spooky enough for like teenagers and shit.
Yeah, that definitely sounds like something to read.
Yeah,
Mm,
see if I can find it.
Okay,
good
but yeah, I
night,
didn't
Cobe.
Like hope. But
Go,
I
good
didn't, I
night.
didn't mean.
I'll be up soon.
No, you won't.
Yeah, I'll take the bins out.
I'm glad
You're
that
a
you were able
liar.
to pop in for a bit. Cam says Raptor, insert vor noises.
But yeah,
Bagel
I didn't mean
says-
to make that.
Bagel says Raptor's ASMR career died before it began.
Yeah, I didn't mean to make that more annoying than it needed to. I just thought that book for the story. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No,
It was funny. What are you sorry for?
Alright, so now we're on Aaron Kelly's Bones.
I'll
Sure.
read this.
What's that?
I'll read some of this. I'll read some of this.
I
Okay.
really love the image that accompanies this.
I will voice the guy here.
like we can just take a moment to acknowledge that the illustrations are always tops,
Yeah.
Yeah.
especially what's his name? Marmalade Horse or Molasses
What?
Horse.
Like,
Yeah.
would you say Aaron or Aaron?
Marmalade.
Aaron.
Aaron, yeah. Okay.
Hey, Aaron.
You done messed up, AA Ron.
Hey, Ron.
Son of a bitch!
Gemma, I'm counting on you with this first line.
Aaron Kelly was dead. They bought him a coffin.
No!
Aaron.
No, I was hoping for some Dickens. Aaron Kelly was dead to begin with.
Well,
Aaron
damn it,
Kelly
Manny.
was-
She can't read your mind.
Aaron Kelly was dead. They bought him a coffin and had a funeral and buried him.
And I just want to say real quick, Kenzie, if you heard some of the calls that we've had the last couple of weeks, I could debate you on that.
But that night, he got out of his coffin and he came home. His family was sitting down around the fire when he walked in. He sat down next to his widow and he said,
Alright, what's all this here? You act like somebody died. Who's dead?
his widow said,
Kenzie?
Hmm?
You want to be the widow?
Sure.
You want to be a widow? Oh, that's direct threat.
What's going on? You act like somebody died.
That
Who's dead?
what? That's
Oh.
the line I just read.
Oh, sorry. His what? Okay, yeah, I'm like confused. You are.
I don't feel dead.
he said,
I feel fine. Gonna do a little jig.
You don't look fine.
His widow said.
Correction, his widow roasted.
"Well,
You look dead. You better get back to the grave where you belong.
I'm not going back to the grave until I feel dead.
he said.
So they
Since
took him to the DMV.
So Aaron
So they
wouldn't.
sat him down and made him watch Star Wars back to back.
His widow couldn't collect his life insurance without that. She couldn't pay for the coffin.
Wait,
And the undertaker said he wouldn't take it back. Aaron didn't care. He just sat by the fire, rocking in a chair, warming his hands and feet. But his joints were dry, and his back were fit. Was thick.
His back were thick.
I like it. I
And
like how
every
it's like
time-
Oh yeah, who do you think that gent was talking about when he said he likes big butts and he cannot lie?
And every time he moved, he creaked and he cracked.
Oh!
I
One
like
night-
how in this world apparently there's like some thing where it's like, look, okay, we're signing these papers for the insurance, but we're letting you know right now if he comes back to life, everything's off the table.
Yeah, if he's undead, no.
No, we don't cover that shit. We're running a business here.
One night, the best fiddler in town came to court the widow. Since Aaron was dead, the fiddler wanted to marry her. The
best
two of
fiddler
them
in town.
at one side of their fire, and Aaron sat on this other side, creaking and cracking.
Okay, is this gonna turn into like some cuckold thing?
Yeah.
Now this is what we call a love triangle.
Yeah.
It's like that fucking story. Like, what was that? It was like a rip-off of Twilight, but it was actually somewhat decent about the zombie. Remember what I'm talking about?
Nope.
I know what you mean.
It was like a zombie.
Warm Bodies.
Yeah, Warm Bodies.
I never saw it, but I was just hazarding a guess.
It's better than like. Well, there's not as much, but it's actually like an all okay film.
Huh.
Speaking
The
and
Power
crack.
of Loves.
How long do we have to put up with this dead corpse?
The widow
Something
asked.
something must be done.
The fiddler said.
The fiddler said.
This ain't very jolly.
Aaron said.
Let's dance.
The
Dude, this
fiddler.
guy's coming in to bang your wife, and you're just like, well, this is boring.
No,
The
you see,
fiddler.
Kenzie, he's going to start twerking, clapping his massive ass cheeks to intimidate the fiddler.
This is the payback for reading the attic, isn't it?
Yes.
That you were talking about.
And he's just gonna alternate left cheek, right cheek.
You're getting
it-
more into this.
it's
You're
going-
getting disturbingly
It's
into this,
going to
Manny.
be so hypnotic. Then he's just gonna grab the fiddler and be like, "Yeah, you like them cheeks, don't you? How do you like these logs?" And just toss him into the fire.
The fiddler got out his fiddle and began to play.
Just playing the devil came
Aaron.
down to Georgia.
Aaron stretched himself
Sounds a bit rude.
and took a step or two and began to dance.
Yeah,
With his
yeah,
old bones rattling and his yellow teeth snapping and his bald head wagging, his arms flip-flopping around and around he went. With his long legs clicking and his knee bones knocking and he skipped and he pranced around the room. How that dead man danced.
Oh,
But
yeah.
pretty soon,
You like that? Yeah, love.
but pretty soon he bone worked loose and fell on the floor.
Sounds a bit rude.
Ah,
That.
said the fiddler.
Play faster.
Said the widow.
The fiddler was like,
fiddler
"Hey,
played-
hey, I'm just as old as you here. Let me work up to it."
Crickety crack down and back. He made me pick up his sack. The dead man went hopping, and his dry bones kept dropping this way.
How
The
drop me,
pieces-
dry bone love?
The pieces kept pocking.
Play, man, play.
cried the widow. The fiddler fiddled and dead Aaron danced, and then Aaron fell apart, collapsed, crack into a pile of bones, all except his bald head bone that grinned at the fiddler,
Very rude.
cracked his teeth, and began dancing.
Look at that.
Groaned the fiddler.
I don't like that they used groaned.
Oh yeah, love, I get you groaning, don't I?
Play louder.
Cried the widow.
Ho ho! You can't drown out the groaning. Ho!
Said the head bone.
Ain't we having fun, lads?
I love that we're getting aggressively more cockney.
The fiddler couldn't stand it.
Widow.
He said,
Is that actually her name or something? I'm like kind of rude. Like, this dead bitch's wife. I'm leaving. I'm going home.
he said, and he never came back.
Oh yeah, that's right. Oh, Aaron wins again.
The family gathered up Aaron's bones and then put him back in the coffin. They mixed him up so he couldn't fit them together. And after that, Aaron stayed in his grave, but the widow never did get married again. Aaron saw to that.
Fine.
That's so kind of fucked up.
I know.
Oh,
My
wait,
ex was called Aaron.
Presumably this takes place like during a time where it would be like financially crucial for a woman to marry again after she lost her husband.
Oh, you see though, Miss Milne, this Aaron, so much better than your ex, he can tear up a rug like I do.
Pip pip tally ho!
Hey! And
this is
I just love Cam saying, Manny, my good friend Manny, my old buddy Chad, what the fuck? Oh, you didn't like the story about me ass cheeks? Clap, 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 clap. Hey,
Clup,
Like-
clup.
Like, crickety crack, down and back, and the dead man went hopping, and his dry bones kept dropping the way the pieces kept popping. Play, man, play, cried the widow. The fiddler fiddled, and the dead Aaron danced. Aaron fell apart, collapsed into a pile of bones. All except his bald head bone that grinned at the fiddler, cracked at the teeth, and kept dancing. Rowena!
Rowena! Rowena!
Rowena! Rowena!
What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
Rowena!
Yeah, that's how it goes, lads. That's how I get me old woman Randy.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I unironically enjoyed this story.
Wait till
Thank you.
Martin comes is the next story.
And Mike says, I leave for an hour and come back to Manny screaming, ain't we having fun?
Oh, okay, yeah, Mike, we have a bone to pick with you.
Oh yeah, I got some bones.
No, Manny. Apparently,
Yes,
you're
Kenzie.
responsible. Apparently, you're responsible for Gemma finding a fuck story for us to read.
Oh
Next week.
yeah.
Nope, not my fault at all. I was here, and I forgot to turn my light on. I'm
And guys, I'm warning you now. This is not the last time you're going to be hearing Aaron the Cockney on stream.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Oh, goody. He's become a full-fledged character on the stream now.
Oh, that's right,
Ooh.
lads.
The stone character has dropped. Epic.
I
Really
read-
epic.
I'll
Wait
read this
till
next one.
Martin comes. An
What is
old man. An old man was out for a walk. When a storm came up, he looked for a place to take shelter. Soon he came to... What?
But Jesus.
Yes. Soon he came to an old house. He ran up on the porch and knocked on the door, but nobody answered. By now rain was pouring down, thunder was booming and lightning was flashing. So he tried the door. When he found it was unlocked, he went inside. Except for a pile of wooden boxes, the house was empty. He broke up some of the boxes and made a fire with them.
What a cunt.
Then he sat down in front of the fire and dried himself. It was so warm and cozy that he fell asleep. When he woke up, a black cat was sitting near the fire. It stared at him for a while. Then it purred.
Oh, that's a nice pussy.
I knew that was coming. He thought and dozed off again. When he opened his eyes, there was a second cat in the room, but this one was as big as a wolf. It looked at him very closely and it asked,
Shall we?
do it now?
Shall we? Shall
one of you be one cat and one of you be the other cat. One of you
I
have
just
to
did it.
pick one.
I
How
just
should
did
we
it.
get a cat?
Vince just did it.
Oh,
No.
said the other cat.
Let's wait until Martin comes.
Which cat am I?
I don't
Yes.
know.
Oh, I must be having one hell of a fever dream.
I'll be the big cat then.
Thought the old man. He closed his eyes again. Then he took another look. But now there was a third cat in the room, and this one was as big as a tiger.
What's
It
that?
looked Now this one's Gemma and Raptor. It looked the old man over and it asked,
Shall we do it now?
guys,
Shall we?
No.
said the others.
Let's wait until Martin comes.
The old man jumped up, jumped out the window and started running.
Oh, I have to get these old cheeks running again. When Martin comes, you tell him I couldn't wait.
He called.
We lost our dinner.
Oh no. I have honestly got a bit over the old in out, in out.
Thank you, Gemma.
Oh.
Mike's denying everything. Like your story, Mike.
No, Mike, this is something that you found last, or when we were doing the Chris Sports call.
I'm Chris Boris.
Oh, is that from like when we were looking for that one creepypasta, the jet?
Yeah, you
What-
dipshit.
The ghost
Hey,
janitor
fuck you.
one, yeah.
I'm sorry, I've been thinking of that moment all day.
Ghost
You know
janitor.
what?
I've been thinking of that all day. Yeah, you dipshit.
It's one of the greatest parts of puppet history.
I'm gonna live forever. Oh, God!
This one?
Alright, yeah, the last story. The ghost with the bloody fingers. Oh, them
Isn't
bloody
this a
fingers.
nice story?
Yeah.
This man arrived at a hotel. No, go on.
Oh, I was just gonna say, this is literally that creepy pasta that Matt read the one time.
I'll try and
This
do
is-
an American accent. How about that?
Yes.
Oh.
Alright.
A businessman. What the fuck? Okay, give me 1 second. Thank you. Thank you, Steve. A businessman arrived at a hotel late one night and asked for a room. The clerk told him the hotel was filled up. What? The room clerk, excuse me, told him that the hotel was filled up.
There's only an empty room.
He said.
But we don't rent that one because it's haunted.
I'll take it, said the businessman.
No, wait.
I don't believe
wait.
in ghosts.
I'll take it, old chap!
No, I'm not having this again.
I don't believe in no spooks!
I don't believe in no ghosts.
The man went up to the room. He unpacked his thing. Wait, were you reading?
I don't know who's reading. Who's reading?
Vince is reading.
He unpacked his things and he went to bed. As soon as he did, the ghost came out of his closet. Oh, that's nice. Good for
I'm
him.
gonna be the ghost.
Its fingers were bleeding, and it was moaning.
Bloody fingers! Bloody
No.
fingers!
Fuck you, you unoriginal piece of crap.
I'm trying to go for a more screamo thing, but I can't because there are other people in the house.
Bloody finger.
No.
Damn, that's
Alright, he
actually
was
good.
When the man saw the ghost, he grabbed his things and ran. The next night, a woman arrived very late. Again, all the rooms were taken except for the haunted room.
I'll sleep there.
She said.
I'm not afraid of ghosts.
No, we're gonna get we'll get taken down again.
That's not my channel. I don't care. As soon as she got into bed, the ghost came out of the closet. Its fingers were still bleeding. It was still moaning.
Bloody fingers. Bloody fingers.
Emma, I don't
And
have anyone a voice.
Oh, Jesus,
And the-
very intrusive.
And the woman took one look and ran. A week later, another guest arrived very late. He also took the haunted room. After he unpacked, he got out his guitar and began to play. Soon the ghost appeared. As before, its fingers were bleeding and it was moaning.
Bloody fingers! Bloody fingers! Is that better, Manny?
No.
Fuck you.
The man paid no
Hey.
attention. He just kept strumming
Hey.
his guitar.
Hey,
Yes.
hey. That was mean.
But the ghost kept moaning and his fingers kept bleeding. Finally, the guitar player looked up.
Raptor.
Oh, okay. Cool it, man.
Said,
Get yourself a band-aid.
I like these stories. They're kind of fun.
Yeah.
Done.
Well, there's
Look.
2 more books if we ever want to give those a go.
I'm looking at these illustrations. These are wonderful.
Yes. Well, look at the screen right now. We have Mr. Philip Equine Esquire.
Who's gonna live forever?
No, he's not Ska Horse. And Mike said about the whole story thing. In my defense, I was drunk. Ghosts are real.
Ghosts are real.
They are. Manny, please, it's not 1945 anymore. They prefer basketball America. Damn it, Cam.
Have we got any other stories
It's
to
true,
read,
we
or
do.
is that it?
That's it.
Yeah, it's been 3 hours now.
I've been wanting to play Core Keeper for a few hours now.
Right, I'm gonna head off because
And I'm hungry.
I'm gonna eat a pizza pocket.
And
Nice.
I'm going to eat these delicious mint cookies I bought.
Nice.
But let me
Oh,
know
but-
if you want me back again. I'll be happy to come back.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
glad I am glad I just got to talk to you guys.
Gemma, like, you are the co-host of this channel. You're literally welcome anytime.
Woo!
I'll catch you guys on the flip side.
Bye, Vince.
Later.
Bye.
Bye, Vince.
Bye.
Nice
Gemma.
talking to y'all.
Bye, Gemma.
Fuck you.
Bye, Vince.
Hey.
Bye.
But hang up already. I'm staying here. You guys leave now.
No,
Alright,
you hang up.
Manny hasn't
No,
signed off
Gemma,
yet.
do not fucking start that again.
This is my channel now. I told you.
Rudy isn't here.
You
No,
know what?
you
I'm
hang-
leaving right now out of protest because you've offended me so much. Bye.
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 Boy.
Bye.
And Gemma's gone.
I guess she hung up first.
Couldn't even do that right, Vince. You hung up second.
Alright, so that's the stream, everyone. Thanks for hanging in there, especially for the long stretches of time where we weren't reading any stories.
And they should expect anything less.
Hey, go fuck yourself, darling.
Hey.
Don't worry,
Hey.
Raptor. You're a real gent. I'll give you some
Yay.
food.
Yay, food.
So, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe.
They're not after this.
Do it for old Aaron. Yeah, loves. And we'll see y'all next time. Same bean time, same bean